ce qui m'arrive, qu'est-ce que je représente, qui je suis, putain. Va falloir que je me lève, que je recommence à zéro.
calling to say I
What is going on, guys? Hello, hello. Oh man, I feel like it's been forever since we've live streamed. Let's go, let's go. Friday night, we gotta crack that beverage. Oh, if something's broken, it's not my fault, I swear. So hopefully my mic works, the music works. Let's find out tonight, shall we? Oh yeah. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Oh my gosh. So, let me know if the music's good. Let me know if the mic's good. I literally had to set everything up because I haven't live streamed in forever. So if music's too loud, microphone's too loud, give me a shout out. Let me know. I would truly appreciate it. Oh, look at that. The chat is actually working. I didn't think it was going to work. I'm not going to lie. I did not think the chat was going to work at all. Yes. All right. Evening, evening. All right. I'm just going to let kind of everything roll in here. Make sure it works. What's up, Soupy? How are you, brother? Welcome, welcome. Alright, so I didn't think the chat box was honestly going to work, so I'm kind of happy it did. Hell yeah. Picture's also on point. Awesome. If the music's too blasting, let me know. It's loud in my ears, so whatever. Alright, so I have no plans for this stream. I was not even going to stream until like 10 minutes ago. Not going to lie. And I was like, well, I grinded today, got everything done I need to get done. I also was like, I want a beer, and I need someone to share with. So I was like, I'm just going to live stream. So we got nothing we're working on, no rigs we're building, nothing we're fixing, nothing. I'm not even changing the screen. Like, this is all you guys are going to see. It's just me hanging out, chatting with you guys, and cheers. We're going to drink a beer, dink, and hang out. It's been a long week. We're drinking Stone IPA. I had like an IPA like 12 pack given to me over the holiday. So I'm like, man, we'll get into it. That's right. Hanging with the boys. Trust me, I don't even plan to get up. I got another beer here. We got some water over here. You know, we got the essentials, you know? Absolutely. So, yeah, we're just hanging out tonight. We're just going to chat and talk with you guys. That's all we're doing. So, yes. How's it going? What's going on, guys? What do you guys want to talk about? I saw someone mention something about Tangem. Do we really have to worry about Tangem? Nope. I mean, I don't have any concerns about Tangem. Should we be concerned? What am I missing? Somebody update me. Am I missing something? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Beer 30, that's right. Let me turn this music down. I feel like it's loud. Is this loud to you guys? This is very like... Oh, this is World of Warcraft. This is very much DJ music right here. Let's get... Change up. I think this is probably the playlist DJ uses. I think this is the one he supplied to me. Yeah, this is his music. 100%. Yeah, this is definitely DJ music. Listen to this. This is 100% DJ. You hear it, you just think of DJ. Cheers to DJ Minds. Crackhead hours, that's right. DJ Mind hours right there. Hey, there's no way that man's awake right now. You know he's asleep. Alright, we'll turn that down. You know he's asleep. Alright, let's catch up here. I'm gonna chat with you guys. Tag me in chat if you want. I'll do my best to answer. Mic's too loud. Alright, cool. See, that's good feedback. I'm gonna back off the mic a little bit. Alright, we backed off the mic a little bit. Just let me know if that's better. I turned the music down too. There we go. Music's at 30%, give or take. Alright, let me catch up here. Let's see. What is everyone doing tonight? What are you working on? What do you got your what do you have your eyes on? Like, what crypto are you guys like, ooh, this is what I'm thinking about. This is what I got my hash rate on. Like, give it to me. What's good? What's the word on the street? You ordered 31 Chinese solar panels. Mistake. You should have put that money into Bitcoin, brother. Solar panels are terrible for mining. 𝐃𝐈𝐴 and Bitcoin. 𝐃𝐈𝐴. Holy shit. 𝐃𝐈𝐴's been going up. Aletheum's been going up. Everything's been going up. The last, like, what, few days has been awesome. I mean, it's because, like, did Bitcoin... Where's Bitcoin at right now? I literally have Bitcoin up on a TV right here. $47,377.72 as of 1 minute ago. That's crazy. You have everything on the 𝐲𝐴. Nice. Nice. See, I backed off the 𝐲𝐴 a little bit after I got my smart node. Because, like, the smart node's literally giving me 22,500 𝐲𝐴 every 29 hours. With no power, like, no power consumption, nothing. So I've kind of backed off it and I'm just letting it run. Why is solar bad? Cheap power saves expenses. But so solar is bad for crypto mining because you're putting out X and you're getting Y. So you're putting out capital to do what? Like, you're putting out capital that you're never going to earn back. You will never earn back that money at all. So, like, it's literally... Solar panel cost is like a startup cost. It's like, it's a startup cost and I will never make it back. And solar panels are not efficient. They don't produce enough electricity. Look at someone like Elon Musk, who says cars will never be powered entirely by solar panels because the amount of electricity is, like, solar panels are not sufficient enough. It really isn't. You buy solar panels to offset electric. That's all you do. Like, that's all you're doing is to offset. That's it. To help out a little bit. But I recommend people don't touch solar. Go ahead and just invest it into crypto instead. You'll do significantly better. I have 42 300-watt panels on my roof. They were an investment before mining. I literally just don't even look at them when I'm calculating electric rates because they're absolutely do nothing. They absolutely do nothing. Even if you build your own system, you're still investing capital to do what? Like, yeah, that's crazy to me. We'll agree to disagree. Alright, what else we got here? That's right, nuclear. We just need a nuclear generator in the backyard. What's up, Matt Van? Welcome, welcome. If I skipped over your question, guys, I'm sorry. Great 𝐲𝐴 video hobbyist. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, smart node is the way to go. So my smart node, it's 1 million 𝐲𝐴 and you don't stake it. It's actually, I guess you could say you self-stake it because it's in your own self-custody wallet that you actually take that and you go ahead and add it in there for collateral, but like you own it. Like, it's in your wallet. Like, it's not anywhere else, which is really nice. So I'm up to I've made almost 200,000 𝐲𝐴 with my smart node. And so my goal is to just get back to another million and then just buy another smart node. Just keep on rolling, which will be amazing. That's my goal. That's absolutely my goal. What's up, Greater Good Mining? We got celebrity in house here, folks. Greater Good Mining. Watch out. Let's see here. Let's make Greater Good Mining a mod. I just gotta find him. Where are you? You were here. I saw you. I can't find you now. And get out of the way. Let's see. There he is. I found him. Add as a moderator. Standard moderator. Moderator status achieved. So it's really funny we put a poll out here tonight. What are you working on tonight? 62% said nothing, I'm lazy. What the hell's wrong with you? Get your shit together. Take advantage. I worked up till 11:30 before I decided to start streaming. GPU mining rig, 20%. Good for you. Build. Overheating rigs, I feel your pain, 11%. GPU mining rigs crashing, 4%. The life of a GPU miner. Hell yeah. What's up, Game of Smokey Dan? Post-halvening, going to be rough. What are your plan? My plan is continue mining, because for me, I'm going to continue mining. Got my Bitcoin miners running. Because for me, I'm not using any of the crypto I make. If you guys saw my profitability video, if you guys haven't seen it, go back like 2 weeks ago or so. I did a full video, completely transparent, as to how much it cost me per month to run my rigs. It's about $2,500 total between both of my sheds. And how much I make in revenue, which is about, what'd I say, $5,000 to $7,000 a month. And then take off the $2,500 for electric. I have to go back and look, but I don't cash out anything. Nothing to fiat. I keep everything in crypto. So when the halving occurs, there's no difference for me. I just keep on plowing forward. The amount of reward I'm going to make per Bitcoin miner is going to be lower. I get it. It's going to be half. But that doesn't affect me at all because I'm continuing to pay out the electric bill. If you saw today's video on the D9, that's a great example of altcoin mining and then flipping to Bitcoin. So when the halving occurs, that D9, if things stay the same today, is going to continue making me $9 to $10 a day in Bitcoin. It's not affected by the halving because it's going to get paid out. It flips it from Dash to Bitcoin every single day. And it's just flipping Dash to Bitcoin at $10 worth. It's not affected at all by the halving. So I'm good. I'm just going to keep doing that. All right, sorry. A little tangent. Check in our chat here. What am I drinking? Tonight we're drinking. We're hanging out with the boys and we're just talking. This is it. Impromptu stream. Stone IPA. Never heard of it. My father-in-law gave me a 12-pack of IPAs and that's what we're drinking. All right, I need to, let's see here. Do you know why? Oh, why Binance? I don't use Binance, unfortunately, Dream Tank, so I can't really speak to that. Thank you, Gonzo. Appreciate it. Gonzo, I've been checking out your content, too. I built my CPU rig today, so I've earned my lazy rest. Fastest order ever. And ordered on Thursday, 1 a.m. and showed up Friday. Nice, good for you. I was actually just doing, once a month, I do a snapshot of where I stand crypto-wise. It's just something financially I do. I take all my balances, compile them together, take a look at my portfolio. I'm just about finished that up. Zephyr I've done okay with. Nothing crazy with one rig. My CPU mining rig, but it barely uses any watts, which is awesome. But Zephyr's got a nice boost right now, which is fantastic. Panda loves to pretend to ban people in his streams. Dude, Phil, ban people like whatever you want, man. He pretends. Matt Van, quiet as ASIC. Wife hammers me. Needs silent mode. Shipped to UPS store. Matt Van, last week I had a video on the SC Lite. And that thing, I even did a decibel meter test on it. That thing is the closest you can get to silent. It is quiet as can be. It's absolutely nuts. Go check it out. Stone Brewery is located in San Diego, is it? The iconic West Coast style IPA. That's what it says here. Good call. Ah, it's an okay IPA. I prefer like... This is another beer I grabbed. Now, this was my choice. I picked up a case of these. It's all dented. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah. Evil Genius Hazy Mango IPA. I prefer more like that style. But it's free beer. I don't care. I'll drink it. What are you on your GPUs right now? Oh, man. I got a video I'm working on for Wednesday on what I'm GPU mining in 2024. And unfortunately, I'm mining a little bit of everything right now. And it drives me absolutely insane. It's something we're going to talk about in Wednesday's video is like, is it better to mine a little bit of like let's say I got like 10 GPU mining rigs to mine something different on every rig, or is it better to pick like one crypto like 𝐲𝐲 and like all your rigs on it, like a burst of it for like a month and then pivot off, you know? So that's something we're going to talk about in Wednesday's video, and show you guys what I'm mining. But like, yeah, I got stuff on like Carlson, Lithium, 𝐲𝐲. What else? Let me see. I'm not gonna show anything. I'm not showing anything tonight. I'm just hanging out with the boys. But I'll at least load up 𝐻𝐵OS because of you, and I'll tell you. Dang, dude, does anyone else have the issue where 𝐻𝐵OS is requiring you to log in every single freaking time now? Are we back to this? Remember when we went through this not too long ago? Hang on, we got to bring up two-factor. Oh, here's another. Is this DJ or is this Hawk? I think it's DJ still. I feel like I think DJ when I hear this though. But I see Hawk. Well, I see DJ blowing smoke, and like Hawk does like the head nod, you know. All right. Both. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm gonna read off, but we're not showing anything because tonight we're just chilling. A lithium, Nurai. What's this one here? Oh. Hypra. I had to see what it is. I couldn't remember. Carlson, Chlor, AIPG, Radiant, a Lithium. Yeah, so that's what my GPU rigs are on right now. That's why I was like, I'm not reading anything. We're just gonna throw it up. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, great or good. I don't get it. Annoying as hell though. Any love for 𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷? Nothing on 𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷𝐷 right now. But it's like one of those, like, do I, like, mine it for, like, a month? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna need to lower my camera down a little bit. I don't like it. Hang on. How's that? There we go. I like that angle much better. I felt like I was so freaking short. Tacos? Dude, I go for tacos right now. Yeah, I've been mining Hyper for a while now. We got a nice bag of it. Caspa's been doing really well recently. Caspa's actually number 3 right now in my portfolio. 1376. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think it was dude. Oh, you think that went there, Al? The hell is Hypra? What's that project do? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm in it for the money. Let's be honest here. Like, I'm not in it for like, what does this project do? How's it saving the world? What technology is it bringing to the future? I'm like, nope. I'm like, how can I make money off of it? Best place to get ASICs. Edwin, that's a great question. I work with a variety of different companies. So I work with ASIC Marketplace, Crypto Miner Bros, Coin Mining Central. Those are like my top 3 places that I work with. So here's my question for you, Edwin. What are you looking to buy? And then maybe I can steer you in the right direction. You're up to, what is this? I gained 3 pounds? You're up to 11. You're up to 111 pounds. Is that a joke? That's how much you weigh? Is that what you're saying? I'm confused. A lithium? Yeah, a lithium. Well, a lot with the FPGAs right now with a lithium, right? Yeah. I'm a skinny dude. You like fall down the steps and break a leg. Did you forget what happened to your solar inverter? Oh yeah, so oh my gosh, my solar panels have been down for 189 days. They're finally back up and running. Great. Dude, the fact that you remember that's awesome. By the way, guys, if I skip over your question, just ask it again, please, honestly. Yeah, so they had to come out, they had to replace one of my inverters and upgrade the firmware on another inverter. but it took 190 days to finally get it fixed. So I just got reimbursed for all the problems I had because they're under warranty. So I just got reimbursed for all of it, which is awesome. It was like $900. It's funny. They base the reimbursement off of 13 cents, which is what's in my contract. So I'm like, hell yeah, I don't even pay that. I pay here, I'm at 5 cents right now. But they are based off of 13 cents. So it was like $900. It was 5,600 like kilowatt hours that was missing because of the outage. So they went ahead and reimbursed me at 13 cents. So it ended up being around like $900. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why I say solar is worthless. At least if you're in Pennsylvania, like, and the size of the, like, I have a 12 kilowatt system. My system was out for 190 days, or 189 days. I missed out on $900. Guys, I pay here $1,300 a month in my electric bill. $900 over 190 days is like a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? There's no way. Yeah, I don't know. California miners, just pack it up, brother. Pack it up. Pack it up. Just buy the coin, sell the gear. So hold on to the gear, sell it in the bull run. Yeah, that's crazy. 𝐓𝐤𝐳 is launching PTE on Power World and CS2. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't know they were doing Power World, but I knew they were doing CS2, which is cool. I don't have any Osprey miners. I think Mining Stacker and Rabid have the Osprey miners, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. Where in PA? Central PA. Yeah, it's crazy. 6K for 11. I had an expensive system before too. Yeah, at 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. in my country. Crazy, crazy. I thought I heard something. I was like, what am I hearing? Here, hang on. I want to make sure I'm not hearing things. DJ's got his issues with the dogs. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have like a kid coming down the steps or something at this hour. Where's our music at? Come on. Come on. All right. Let's skip that one. There we go. Okay. Back to our conversation. Yeah, I think Power World's awesome. I don't play Power World. I don't know if you guys have. You selling any KD Box 2s? No. So I'm actually in the process of a relative is going to be hosting at a business all my mini box miners. So I got a boatload of like the mini gold shells. I got guys, I have an S box. Do you guys know what an S box is? I got an S box. That's Starcoin. It uses 60 watts. It's a gold shell. I have a handshake box, like I think it's like the HS box, right? A bunch of the original gold shell miner ST box, that's right. A bunch of the original mini Doge miners, mini Doge 2, mini Doge 3s, KD box Pro, KD box 2s, the SC box 2. What else? We got all those variety ones. So I'm taking all of those, all my iPolos. I might take my Jazz miners too, taking all of that and putting it at a relative's business. They're going to cover the electric and write it off for me. We're kind of trading some services for that. And they're going to run all of it there. So all of that equipment that has been sitting off for like the last 2 years, iPolos off and on. Jazz miners have been on, but like all these mini box miners that like, yeah, they're profit. Like I'm not looking at them from a profitability perspective. I'm just looking at it from a accumulation perspective. I'm like, man, what could I yield just having these things, set them and forget them and leave them? Not worried about electric, none of that. So I'm just leaving it. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. I'm excited to get them up and running. It's gonna be weird though because like I'm running them in a room above a warehouse that is like has airflow in it, which is cool, but like it's on tradition. I gotta check. I'm having an electrician come out, their electrician come out and look at it with me, because I need to know like how many watts do I have to play with, and like I need to look for a PDU that runs off of a traditional 120. So if any of you guys have like a recommended 120 volt PDU, let me know, because like I need to get that for there. I don't have a 30 amp 240 volt. I'm not wiring anything else. I'm using the existing electric, so I want to get a number of 120 volt PDUs and then just run off of different ones there, and we'll see how it goes. Do you have I have an X16Q. No, I wish I had the X16P. No X16P. I'm moving a few iPolos, so I'm mineable for now. That's perfect. Yep, perfect. Yep. Unmineable is a phenomenal way to stack and yield crypto. Just a phenomenal way. What's up, JK Crypto? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Trying to see if I missed anything here. Once again, if I missed one of your questions, guys, please leave it down below. You've been eyeing an ST box. They still making a little over $1 a day. Yeah. Grab a 110 volt 15 amp power strip. Well, that's the thing. I feel like I want to get a PDU over a power strip, because you know, like you can get some really good power strips but I'm just trying to think through it. Like what do I go with? I'm used to mining on 30 amp 240 volt circuits with enterprise triplet like PDUs with individual breakers and everything. And now I'm going to be, and now granted, throughout my house, I plugged in like a jazz miner here and there to keep the house warm through the different levels. But like, now I'm like, okay, I want to power multiple. So I just kind of have to look at like good 110 volt ones. Cause like I want to, you know, it's going to be remote. I'm like 2 hours away.
I'm just calling to say
When POLW, what is that, Gordon Murphy? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm like, what is POLW? If I plug a 240 volt PDU into 120 volt, will it work? I mean, it will, but the issue, I mean, it should work, but the end is really, like, I'm not going to have an L630P locking plug to plug into. I'm plugging into your traditional, like, outlet. Did I make a video on my Neoxa node? I did. Here, let me find it for you. Yes, sir. We're doing good. As I said, 2250. 2,250 is what we're making every 24 hours. Or 29 hours with my Neoxa Smart Node. There's a link. I put it in chat. That'll take you directly to the Neoxa video. You gave my brother the OC and the KS0 Pro. I'm still trying to connect them to the 70 watt power supply, but the connector doesn't help me. It overheats the plastic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, careful there. Careful there with overheating and melting, especially with the KS0 KS0 Pros. Oh, have any GPU rigs on CTXC? I do not. I do not. Why CTXC? Why do you, like, what do you see in that project? I have to look it up. Because, oh, Cortex? No, I don't have anything on Cortex. I had some stuff on Complex for a while, but then I backed it off because the yield wasn't there. Have you heard of Playable? Yeah, your friend Andy. Yep, your friend Andy's like, a VC. He's like a venture capitalist. He's in to a little bit of everything, but he only needs a few to do really well to make back his investments. Oh, with a lithium. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, proof of less work. Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. What do we got here? Yeah, Travelers Travels. So Travelers Travels just linked me a extension cord or a power strip. So traditional power strip. I'll put it in chat. It's if you guys want to look at it here, hang on. So I want to look at this because there's a few things you have to look at. I'm not even going to show my screen because I'm not even doing it. This is lazy stream. This is drink beer type of stream, okay? We're just hang on. I got to get off StarCraft music. Okay. That is the what he had linked to me. So what I want to look at here. So I like the 8-foot cable there. But what you have to look at is what is the maximum. Have you looked at what the maximum capacity is of this? How many watts it can support? So it says 3,940 joules of overcurrent. What the like? Give me watts, brother. We operate in a world of watts. So let's see. I'm trying to read through it. I don't care. Like, does joules convert to watts? Because I've never heard of that conversion. Features and specs. Maximum. That's a surge rating. That maximum amperage just says 15 amps. Is that really like joules is watts? Yeah, but what's the conversion? It's powered by rubies. I know, right? Yeah, so that's for surges, but how many watts does... So it says voltage, 125 volts at 15 amps. I want to know, like, the max watts on the unit. That's what I want to know. And that's what I need to look up here. Yeah. So that's really what's important. When you're looking at, like, power strips or things like that, you need to make sure that, like you need to check the watts. Yeah, see, I don't think it's 3,940 watts. It's just the surge, which is the joules. Like, that's what I'm looking for. So, like, here, let's see. Yeah. So, like, that's what I'm... So, yeah, if you find out what the actual watts is that it supports, let me know. Because that's important. I mean, it could be on a 15 amp. So, like... A 15 amp times, like the 125 volts. That's like your traditional 15 amp is good. Times your 120 volts is only 1,440 watts. That's like nothing. So Team JFK says 1 watt equals 1 joule a second. So is that just surge protection though, versus actually the watt, like consistent watts it supports or can handle? Because that's what I'm concerned about. Man. Dealing at 15 amps at 120 is so low. I haven't dealt with like that in 2 years. 2.5 years. I haven't dealt with that in so long. So I'm like, oh man, that is not that much power. Yeah. Yeah, not rated for max power. And that's what I'm interested in. Like, I want to know about max power, you know? Yeah, 1,920 watts, 15 amp is 80% roll. Yep, 100%. Well, and that's what you got to think about. So 15 amp times 120. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, you're going to do 15 amp times 120. So 15 times 120 is 1,800. 1,800 times 80 is 1,440. What wallet do you recommend for Neoxa? I use a Core wallet on a virtual machine. So, like, that's not a lot of watts when you're talking about miners. What small mining rig on 120 buy if I can use free electric? I would buy a Jazz Miner. 100% Jazz Miner. X16Q. Is what I would buy. Now, granted, it's not cheap. It's like $8,000. But you can run that. I have that running up in a spare bedroom right now, heating my entire upstairs, and it's silent. I have. So when we're talking about wallets are a great conversation. I was talking about this today with my electrician. Talking about hardware wallets. So I spread out my crypto. So like, let's say Bitcoin. I have on a ledger, I have Bitcoin on Tangent Wallet. I have Bitcoin on Zelcore, Bitcoin on Exodus. Like, I spread everything out so that if like one wallet is hacked, I don't lose all my Bitcoin. The same thing applies with my other cryptos. So I do multiple different wallets across the board. Yeah, 1920 is for 20 amp. Yep. And I don't know. I need to find out what like circuits they have. Do they have 15 amp? Do they have 20 amp circuits? Like, I'm thinking at a business and a warehouse, maybe they're bigger. Maybe they're 20 amps versus traditional 15. I just need to find out. So, I recommend you spread out your crypto off of hardware cold wallets, off of software wallets, off of core wallets. Like, spread it out. Yeah. Like, if I look up on Amazon... what if I looked up Triplite PDU 120 volt. I've used Triplite PDUs, guys, for my mining sheds for years. So like, I don't mind paying extra for the PDU if it's trustworthy. Your electrician talks wallets. We have arrived. I have one of my mining sheds is at my electrician's house. He's actually a miner now and everything. He does all my electrical work. It's great to have. He was an electrician that turned into a miner, and so it's great because like he's just like, what do you need? Give it to me. Done. Yeah, and that yep. Yeah, well that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait to find out. FluxCore is having consistent issues with Raven and Cadena. Your coins get hung up hours in return. I've moved a lot off of Zelcore. I have nothing left on Zelcore except for Flux and Cadena. That's it. Everything else I moved off off Zelcore. I was having too many issues with Zelcore. Organized chaos. I like it. Team JFK. Yeah, that's great. That's perfect. Perfect. Travel. So like, I'm looking now. Okay, so check this out. Check this out. Okay, hang on. This looks awesome. Let me check here. I just want to finish looking. Alright, so this here, check out this PDU. Check out this PDU I just came across. Oh no, they have a 15 amp and they have a 15 amp and a 20 amp, which is perfect. I just googled this. It's a Triplite metered PDU. You can do a 15 amp. Let's swap to 15 amp just in case it's 15. Has 14 outlets on it. It has an amp readout on it as well. That's like perfect. That's what I'm talking about. It has a NEMA 515R on it, which is good. Now, the question is like, what does it support? It's got a 36-inch law. Okay, cool. That works. Now, I wanted to see if they have on here load capacity. Load capacity is 1.4 kW. Let's see, kW to watts. What's that conversion? 1.4. Oh, okay. So that handles 1400 watts. So that's like that's your. If it was a 15 amp, that is a safe way to go. I just did the math. So that PDU I dropped in chat. If I went with that 15 amp on 120, it handles 1400 watts, which is safe because 15 amp times 120 is 1800 times 80, 1440. So you're safe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, because you don't want to. That PDU could be now Amplifier Gaming. That's a great recommendation. That PDU could be 100% overkill if I don't need that many outlets. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I don't have that many KS0 Pros. You're right. You guys are right. Don't go with too many outlets. But that's kind of where my head's at. Is like, I'm gonna go with a Triplite. Is what I'm thinking. There's one with 8 outlets. Hang on. 8 outlets? Oh damn. Why is that so expensive? For 8 outlets, it's still 150 bucks. That's versus 14 outlets is 140. Wait, what? Something's wrong with their pricing. Their 8 outlet PDU is more expensive than their 14 outlet PDU. Something's broken. You can't remotely manage outlets. That's true. Yeah, unless you have a... You need to get a smart PDU is what it's called. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, is it 20 amp and I missed it? 8 outlet? No, 8 outlets 15. Yeah, but what I'll do is I'm going to put a remote box there. So, just like in my shed, I have a PC there. I'm going to put a PC with the rigs and I can log into them and do everything. That'll work out really well. I can put them on an own separate VLAN so I can access everything remotely. Only thing I can't do is manually power cycle, but I have someone there that I can instruct on doing that. Amplifier Gaming, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. 100%. On low watt 120 volt miners, use Genie plugs and it works fine. Is that like smart plugs? Genie? What does he say here? Genie plug? What the hell's a Genie plug? What the shit? Is that like a Wi-Fi plug? Like, oh, look at those little things. No shit, really? Alright, I'm looking at those now. Hang on. So it's a smart plug. Aren't you afraid of burning those things up? I'd be afraid to burn those things up. Oh, my word. Alright, I'm going to look at these right now. I'll link you guys these Genie plugs. I mean, how much can the Genie plugs now support? You know, we're going down this rabbit hole. What did you do to us tonight? Alright, so here's a Genie plug. Alright, let's look here. Genie plug. It says 120 volts. Okay. I'm looking at this listing now. Is that made by... Okay. I mean, I have a few smart plugs here and there, nothing mining related. I'm trying to see what they support. Maybe you guys said it in chat already. I don't see it. Did you find it? Someone else find it? Yeah, yeah, still. Jeff Bezos is always getting rich. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. SwitchBot? Okay. Yep. Oh, really? A max rating of 1,850 watts. Really? So they would... Oh, damn, really? So wait, is that the right model then that I sent you? How do you know the difference on the models? There's like a smart dot, and then there's... What's the higher end model you're speaking about? What are you sending me? I'm getting message now. Oh, here's one here. For your PDU question, check in Ubiquity power distribution. What is that? What do you got here? Oh my god, that's freaking expensive, but it's a smart PDU. 279? Yeah, but that's a smart PDU, so that might be the way to go because it's only 200. He just linked this to me. This was Gecko. Thank you, Gecko. He just linked me this smart PDU that has outlets for 120, but then also it's a smart one, so it's networked. So he probably has an interface that you can manage everything too, which is kind of nice. What's up, guys? What's up, Lukewarm? Welcome, welcome. Crank up the tunes. I'm sorry, I'm delayed. I'm gonna see what you guys did. I just wanted to hang out and talk. Here, we'll rewind it. Take it. And what does DJ say? Take it back. That's what he says, right? That's what DJ says. Hey, hang on. We're gonna take it back. That's what he says. It's like, all right, DJ. Here we go. There you go. All right. Turn that down a little bit. If you guys are coming here, here's your warning. Team JFK, ready? if you're coming here and you're going to talk about ROI, crypto, you're in the wrong industry. Crypto mining's not for you if you're literally watching ROI at all times. How much is this worth today? Okay, if I buy this miner and the ROI today says 5,000 days, so it's not worth buying. Crypto mining's not for you. That means you think that this crypto is going to stay exactly the same. Nope, you know it's going to fluctuate. So like, I do not buy anything looking at ROI. At all. Zero. Yeah, AC Infinity all the way. Smells like a Timmy. Yeah, 100%. 100%. A shirt. What's the ROI? And on the back, it's going to say, smells like a Timmy. Yeah, if you got, I mean, I literally just got my order confirmation for 4 AC Infinity T20s. I'm going to be overhauling my airflow in my shed. I'm going to have a video coming out in the next week or two on it. We are back to construction mode. What does Iron Man say? What is it in the Iron Man movie when it's early on and it's like demo mode or something, and he says to like the robot or Jarvis back to construction, or back to, what does he say about going back to work, I forget what it is, but yeah, we're replacing all of our intake vents with a full wall. We're back in R&D mode. That's right. Yeah, we're replacing our entire intake wall. I'm going to replace the entire wall. We're then replacing all of our T14 shutter fans and our ASICs, going from T14s do 1500 CFM. The T20s do 3500. I'm going to go from 6000 CFM to 16,000 CFM. And then in my roof in there, I'm installing 2 inline fans on each side, AC Infinity 8-inch inline fans that are going to suck the air and blow it straight out. The left and right side of the shed, right out vents. So yeah, we are back to R&D mode in the ASIC shed. So we're going big. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So I have those on order. My guess is we're going to start construction again in March, which will be fun. What's up, Hawk? Cheers to you, sir. We were just talking about you. Your ears must have tingled. All right, we're just about finished our first beverage. We got a second one available. Stone IPA. Class 2 Hurricane in that shed? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. You know what? You got to get rid of that heat. I mean, that shed'll handle about 120, 130 degrees right now, Fahrenheit on the exhaust side, but we can do better. I had some preliminary discussions today. I got to talk to see if we can get a PPA locked in for 3 to 5 years. If we can, I'm already talking about having a separate service dedicated at the electrician's house. We're going to be bringing in a separate service. So I need to find out, we're going to start to look at how many amps we can bring in. That's all going to come down to our rate and what I can lock in. But we'll see. I might, if all works out, this is dreaming on there, but if we can pull in the additional services there, electrician's going to do everything for free, which is a huge cost savings for me. We may add a second shed to the property. We'll see. We'll see. It's a thought. What are your wall fans, Hobby, in the shed? They're T14s right now. We're going to upgrade them to T20s. You're running you're running the 4-inch AC Infinities. I did those. My first year mining, I played with those. I literally ran them for a week and sent them back and got the 6-inch ones. Yeah, it's late, Hawk. I get you, brother. I was like, I got my work done today and was like, all right, let's get back to work. So I was like, we're going to chill. I got everything done I needed to. I was like, we're going to drink some beer. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk. We're not going to do any projects. We're not going to do anything. What's your limit on amps residential there? That's what I'm starting to look into. Based on my discussions, I have a lot of options. The Extreme 1200 amp service. We'll see. Might be doing some 800 amps in there. We'll see what happens. Just got back from the data center. I need to record videos. Yeah, so right now I only have 150 amps in the shed, but I'm also piggybacking off of the house 200 amp. This would be dedicated service with the meters on the outside. You don't need AC Infinity fans to cool KS0 and KS0 Pros. Cooling your Caspa KS0 and KS0 Pros does not give you more hash rate. Like, it's not like the colder they are, the better hash rate you get. That's why all these crazy mechanisms of like cooling these things, I'm like, they're cool and they're fun. But at the end of the day, for all the stuff you're going to jankety up to try to get your KS0 or KS0 Pro to like overclock this and overclock that, it's like, dude, just get a KS1 then. You know what I mean? Why is it the Radeon 7 in your background not mining? Because I don't want to break it. And I also don't have the space for it right now. All right, gentlemen. Beverage. Here's what else that we're drinking next. This is an Evil Genius. I dropped the can. It's broken. Hazy Mango IPA. But they're quiet. Yeah, but see, look at all the work you're going through. Pass me one of those beverages. Coming your way. Coming your way, brother. Coming your way. Wife's not loving the KS02. Go with the silencer kit. Go with the silencer kit if you need to, you know. I get you. I get you, 100%. I get how it is. Yeah, fruition kit. I'd actually look at two. I've been working with Hash Vortex. Here, I'll show you guys a link. They got some sick setups too. I've been really happy with mine. Hash Vortex. There you go. I'll put it in chat. I think I have a code for them too, actually. Let me look. Yes, leak it. We have some big news for Terra being announced very soon. I want to leak it. Nice, brother. That's awesome. I assume I already know what it is, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me look here, guys. Let me see if I have a code. Do we have an affiliate code? Let's find out. I think we have an affiliate code there for Hash Vortex for... Let's look. Hawk is like the Leaky Dan from Flux of things, you know. Let's look here. Hash Vortex. Let's look. Where is it? I know I got you. I got somewhere in here. Where is it? I swear I do. No? Maybe I don't. Okay. I thought I did. I don't know. Let me check one more thing. I'm like, what in the world now? Now you guys got me looking. Now I'm like, what the hell? Alright. Oh, good for him, that video. So YouTube came up and I just saw a video. I was like, oh, good for him.
I'm just calling to say
What in the world? What the heck? Alright, sorry. I'm super confused here. What's going on? Oh. You guys are like, what is this guy doing? I know. Give me a second. I went to the wrong thing. Oh yeah, I have a 10% code. Alright, here we go. I got you. There you go. I'm just going to paste this whole thing in chat. If you guys are looking for like silencing type of stuff, there you go. Hash Vortex, take a look. Alright, let's look here. Okay, I got to catch up on chat. Loose lips, sink ships. Bad influence like Panda? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. They I set up that I set up with my S19J Pro 100 terahash with a hash vortex kit. You're gonna upgrade your 3D printer just so you can print that shroud. That's cool. Hawk has a prostate issue and can't leak. I love it. I love it. Bro, in what pool you mine with the D9? Nice hash. I'm on nice hash. How long have you let yours run for a Dark Pro? Because you're gonna want it to at least run 24 hours before you look at profitability. So Anthony, what's your electric rate then? That's the big question. That's the really big question. Where's the Yingling? Dude, I drank so much Yingling in my 20s. I'm like, I'm good. Yingling just gives you the farts like crazy the next day. 17 cents? Yeah, that's your issue. You really should not be mining, Anthony. You should be getting hosting or just buying the crypto. 17 cents, you should not be mining. Sorry, brother. Unless we're in a bull market and everything under the sun's profitable again. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, what's up, Geek of All Trades? What's up? Dude, I didn't know if anybody would show up for a stream at this hour. But I was like, dude, I got shit done. And I was like, I got two options. I could play video games with the boys. Or I could just do a live stream and drink beer and hang out and talk crypto. And I was like, man, I haven't live streamed in a while because like I took live streams out of my schedule. I love to be able to, dude, listen, in a utopian world, and this has really been weighing, let's talk real here. This has really been weighing heavy. Oh my God, this music came on the perfect time. I feel like DJ Minds right now. Every time DJ like goes to like a heavier discussion point, the music kicks in. Like the music kicks in perfectly. Like I don't get it. Like he's got it. So you inspired me to drink some beers. Well, cheers, brother. Had a good time down at the Flux event. So live streams. So this is a thought like that is growing in my mind of if those of you guys don't know, I don't do content creation, crypto mining full time. I do it part time. Part time is really full time, let's be honest here. But I have a full time career. Full time, it's a career. It's not a job. It's a career. I'm an executive at a company. It's an e-commerce company in Pennsylvania, and more and more this year, 2024. I've really it's been pulling at my heart a lot. Like, do I really want to take that plunge and commit to YouTube full time? Financially, we're not there, but like emotionally, I'm 100% there. Like 100%. Like I live and breathe YouTube. I live and breathe crypto. I mean, I'm taking days off from my job to fly all over the US to do these mining farm tours. And, you know, I work all day and then I do YouTube content stuff all night. You know, 2 jobs, working the weekend. This is a second job, the amount of work I put into it. And so like more and more, there's like that little spark that's slowly growing. That's like, how much could I get done today creating content for crypto mining, for YouTube? Like, man, if I was in that position, I would do like a live stream every day. I love it. I love just like an hour live stream during lunch, you know, would be awesome. But like it's growing more and more of like, I love to just double down on this stuff because I love it. I love it. This stuff is awesome. But you know, let's be real. Let's be real here. It all comes down to numbers, and it all comes down to financial situation. So like for me, I have 3 kids. I'm married. I got a mortgage. I have commitments. I got payments. It does not equal like full-time career and YouTube. Totally different sides of the world. And so like, you know, I got to think about it. Like you do YouTube full-time, you're paying insurance. full insurance for 5 human beings. You got to pay that mortgage. You know, you got to pay those groceries. You got to pay those doctor's appointment. Like, that's all coming out of, it's just, ooh, that's the hard part. You know, reality kicks me back time and time again. But yeah, it's just, yeah, there's my little heart to heart talking about live streams where it's like, man, I love to be there at some point, but at the end of the day, I have to be realistic. But at the same time, I'm also on that edge where, like, if I had the opportunity to do YouTube full time, the profitability would grow because the amount of content I could put out and opportunities I'd have available to me. So it's like, ooh, it's like, which way do you go? You know what I mean? Like, I'm there. I'm at the edge of that diving board. I'm right there. Right there. So yeah. So there's my quick, like, spiel. Thanks for hanging with me. Yeah. No, gaming with Smokey Dan, you're absolutely right. There is a number in my head. I have a number in my head right now of crypto. A value of my crypto wallet that it needs to hit before I go, all right, I'm going to jump off that diving board. And, like, that number will hold me over for several years if I decide to do YouTube full time and fail. Meaning, not necessarily fail, like, because this isn't failing right now, but, like, can't sustain, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my game plan. So it's in there. It's in there. And we're almost at halfway, if that helps out. Yeah, right now so to give you guys some real, being realistic and real, during the bear market, and any other YouTube content creator will speak to this within the crypto scene, views are down like 90%. Like, and they have been during the entire bear market. Like, the new people coming in just isn't there. So we're hoping, we as content creators are hoping, as crypto grows again, that viewership returns. Yeah. Since we're getting mushy here, glad we met and are friends, man. You're a good dude, and your guidance on YouTube for me. Oh, thank you, Hawk. Mushy, right? That's right. I haven't had that much to drink. Jesus. Yeah, I got into YouTube during the last bull run, and it was so fruitful. Like, to give you an idea, the amount of money I was making per month on YouTube in my first year was more than I made in my day job, because YouTube was so freaking profitable. And that was like, this is a time period of like Elon Musk and Dogecoin, where like anything you plugged in was profitable. You know what I mean? Like, it was insane, and everybody and their brother was searching for crypto content. That's exactly what it was. It was insane. The money was unreal. Like, it was just unreal. I couldn't believe it. Now I'm done. Screw everybody. Oh, mobile gaming. Oh, mobile gaming has blown up in, like, mobile gaming. Years back, I was involved in YouTube and gaming, or Twitch and gaming and such. And mobile gaming was like just taking off, but good for you. That is awesome. GDP. That's, I just realized your name. Hobbyist got us all drunk, and now it's time to heart. But for real, it is impressive that you work a full-time job and post quality content. It's definitely a struggle. Like, you know, my wife and I have these conversations. Like, my wife is a stay-at-home mom, 3 kids, and she homeschools. And so, like, for me, I work that second job that she's not working financially, because let's be honest here, in the current economy, who the hell can afford a single income family? Like, let's be honest here. Like, in the current economy, who can afford the current cost of living off of like an 8-to-5 job? Let's be realistic here. You can't. Like, everybody needs to have a side hustle, a second job. Like, YouTube's my second job, and my wife and I absolutely, like, we're in the know. And I even tell her, like, I'm okay working that second job to support my family so we can continue to have the lifestyle we have. Enjoy, Hawk. 100%. 100%. 100%. Dude, oh my god, the current state of the world is crap. Crypto's my second wife. Good for you. Good for you. At least you got your priorities straight. That's awesome. I always thought you did YouTube and mining full time. Trust me, I talk to people all the time, and they're like, wait, you don't do this full time? And I'm like, oh my god, no. I wish I did this full time. 100%. 100%. Well, you do. You need a side hustle to make ends meet. Like, I've even gone through stages over the last, I'd say 5 years, a lot more before doing this, where I was like selling, like flipping and selling stuff on like Facebook Marketplace and eBay. It's just a side hustle to bring in like $100 here or $75 there, because an extra $100 goes a really long way. When you're talking about like having a family and like, you know, paying for food. I mean, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I definitely recommend it. Like if you can do the whole side hustle thing, like do it. Like when I talk to people, I'll be straight. When I talk to people that are complaining about their financial situation and they work a 7 or 8 to 4 or 7 or 8 to 5 o'clock and then they go home, I'm like, okay, what are you doing the rest of your day until you go to sleep? What are you doing from 5 o'clock till midnight every day? Oh, I sit on the couch, I watch TV, I play video games, I do nothing. And I'm like, the fuck are you complaining about? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude. Oh, it's like, dude, what are you complaining about? It's like, I work from 8 a.m. till about 1 a.m. every single day. And so it's like, what are you doing if you're just working till 5 o'clock every day and then you're done? How do you afford that? I don't understand it. I don't understand how people sit around and bitch and complain about money, but their day is over at 5 and they clock out mentally and don't do anything to earn money. It's like, holy cow. What's up, Mr. DJ? We got into a serious conversation over the last like 15 minutes. It's your fault. Well, that's exactly right, Hawk. Hawk's talking right there. YouTube, Terra, and a family business. So like, he's got a side hustle with YouTube, Terra as a startup, which hopes to replace other things, and then a family business. Like, there you go. And that's an example. And I think that's really like when I talk with people, and that's what really like, you know, my chair is freaking stuck on something. That's really what, like, when people are, there are friends of mine that I have slowly drifted away from because they literally do the 7 to 4 or the 8 to 5, and that's it. Like, their day is over. Their day is over at 5. And they do, you know, what do you do? Like, I just, it's crazy to me. And it's like, wait, but from 5 till, let's say even 11, you know, let's say you go to bed 5 or 6 hours. Now, granted, you know, like, family time, 100% I believe in and stuff like that. But, like, man, it's like, you have a side hustle, even an hour a day. I'm not telling you need to grind all day and night long, but it's like a side hustle for an extra hour a day. Like, you know, an extra $100 a week goes a long way. It's well worth it. Hit the bottle of vodka. Oh, it's dangerous. OnlyFans, you know what? OnlyFans, there you go, brother. You know what? As much as OnlyFans does not align with my beliefs and my values, hey, you do what you got to do to make money right now, because holy hell, the current state of the economy in the world is shit. The people that are here right now, that's very true, Greater Good. The people that are here right now, 100%. You're here at 1 a.m. 100%. I get you, Hawk. I get you, brother. I get you. I mean, it's funny because like my wife and I talk about these things. We'll get back to crypto because like people are like, fuck, I'm out of here. My wife and I talk about these things. And so for me, my downtime with my family is like little mini vacations, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Great. Where the hell can we go for 3 days that we could drive to? And then I like check out. I'm like, I got my content scheduled. I'm out. 3 days. I'm gone. Like, gone to the world. You know what I mean? Like, those are really my big family days. Oh my God. All right. So now that we've sung Kumbaya around the fire, and we've told each other our feelings, and we have you know, we braided each other's hair, and we made friendship bracelets. Back to crypto. Here, we gotta change the music because we gotta go away from the World of Warcraft music. You know, here we go. Here we go. There's this song, and look, we got DJ and Hawk in chat. We gotta come out. We gotta lift ourselves out of this, and we gotta come out of this, and we're back to crypto and reality. Cheers, boys. Oh, we might need another beer. This one's gone. As DJ says, let's go! Oh, man. All right. So here's my question for you. Talking GPU mining. Let's talk GPU mining for a second. You gotta stand on a chair. No, here's the issue. Here's the issue. If I stand on my chair and fall on my ass because I've had a few beers, that clip will live forever. That clip will live forever. So I know better. I know better, Hawk. I know better. GPU mining. What's your recommendation? I'm gonna make a poll because I have a question. You're not getting it, Hawk. You're not getting it. I know better. If you had 20 GPU mining rigs, would you... Oh, wait, that's a QA. Get out of here. Here we go. Mine a variety of coins. Focus all on one coin at a time. Alright. Starting a poll. Put a poll, because this is something that's on my mind. This is something that's on my mind. If you had 20 GPU mining rigs, would you mine a variety of coins? So like 1 or 2 on this, 3 or 4 on this, like a whole variety. Spread out that hash rate on a variety of different projects. Or would you be like Neoxa for 1 month on all my rigs, and then like a lithium for another month, or maybe 2 weeks, whatever, 3 weeks? You know, like how would you guys do it if you had to pick one or the other? I kind of gave 2 options, but I love to know your opinion, because like I'm going to be doing a video later this week talking about how I'm currently GPU mining with my rigs. I'm at like, I don't know, 12, 13 rigs maybe now. Debating on getting more once. I need to get more ASICs hosted. I'm out of power. I gotta get some ASICs hosted. So like, if you had to pick one or the other, which way would you go? Because I'm doing a video later this week. We're gonna go through all my GPU mining rigs, what I'm mining with them, what GPUs I'm running. Am I going to be buying 4000 series? Am I waiting for the 5000 series? Am I doubling down on the 3000 series or the 6600 series? But this is one where I'm torn with as a home miner. I'm just like you. And it's like, which direction do you go? So I'm curious on where you guys go. And while you guys answer that poll, I'm going to go get another beer. So hang on. Be right back. I feel like mining king right now, by the way. Just saying. Alright, we're back. I gotta check my phone. Make sure my wife didn't text me and be like, who the fuck are you shouting at right now? Alright, so we're checking in chat here. Let's take a look here. Alright, I say pick your top 3 projects. Alright, RPM's plan all the way. What's RPM's plan all the way, Anthony? I don't watch that RPM guy. I don't watch that furry panda guy, so tell me. Let's see. I just ASIC personally. Trust me, I got a good diversification of ASICs. I think we're almost at 20 ASICs right now. Like, full-size ASICs. I'll have to look. I honestly don't remember. I got 10 in my current shed. I got 3 being hosted. I got 2, 4, 6. That's 19 out there. I think we're at 19. We have 19 ASICs right now. I'm gonna go piss in the sink. Well, Trash Man, look at you. We got drunk tonight, people. I don't. We're just drinking beer, hanging out with our friends, talking crypto. Are you one of those people that walk in your backyard and just do your business? So we got Team JFK saying, I like to focus on 1 coin per brand, 2 coins, you know. Okay, okay. All on Kitty Coin? Alright. I'm not drinking, but I'm smoking pot like a chimney. Nice. You know what? Lost Jedi, there's a few other brethren there. You'll like it. I'm not on StreamYard, brother. Yeah, I know you want to join me. Just shoot the shit. Nope. Nope. This is just kicking back tonight, Hawk. We're not StreamYarding it. We're just... As I said, I didn't decide to stream till 11:30. And I was like, we're just doing this. We're just streaming, and we're not, no plans, nothing. Nothing. Hawk's like, I got a, yeah, not sure. I don't even know how you do that. I could do Discord. I don't know. I could figure it out. You guys want me to bring Hawk in here? What do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna do a. Let's end this poll, and then I'm gonna let the chat decide. So the poll says, would you like? Okay, so the poll, miner variety. 65% of you guys want to do a variety. Like 65% of you guys would take your 20 mining rigs and spread it out, and then 34% of you guys would say just focus, like heads down, focus. Interesting. Anthony, I'm curious on. I am curious, Anthony. You had said like the Panda method. Like, what am I missing? Like, Panda, every time I see him show his GPU mining rigs, it's like 95% 1 coin with a few sprinklings of other things. Yeah, I feel like a different coin on each rig is too much. But yeah, I'm just kind of like something I'm thinking about, you know? Turbo's over here playing Rust and listening to you stream. Good for you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, so let's think here. I'm gonna let me do something real quick here. Hang on. I'm working magic. I'm working magic. I know how to do things, alright? I know how to do things. Let's see if I can figure this out. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself trying to do this. But it's good. It's good. It's all good. Holy cow, where'd that go? Alright. Shit. Fit to screen. What the hell? I don't want that. Here we go. We're working magic over here. Alright, hang on. I think we can do this. Alright. Alright, here we go, okay? Here's what we're doing. I'm going to put a poll up. Is Hawk worthy enough to join this stream tonight? Alright, here we go. Polls out. The chat, it's up to you. Is Hawk Crypto going to join tonight's stream? You guys decide. People are voting no. I love it. I love it. All right, give it some time. Hawk's gonna slam 3 Jaeger bombs and then he's allowed to join. There you go, right? Alright, we're gonna give it a minute. Right now he's at 68. He's looking rather favorable for the masses here. Now, if we operated like the United States, the populist vote wouldn't matter at all. It would mean this much. Isn't that insane? We have the populist vote, but it doesn't mean anything. Where's the poll? I don't know if you're on mobile, if you can see it. You guys tell me. Game with Smokey Dan, I feel you. Burn the truth. That's right. That's right. Heck yeah. All right, 73% said Hawk is worthy. So I'm gonna do God's work here. All right. All right. I'm gonna make this happen. Let's see. How do we do this? We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work. Want to make sure we're good here. Hawk, I'm gonna call you on Discord, brother. I just got to get everything set up. See? Throws me a loop. I was like, I'm not gonna have people on tonight. Oh, what just happened? I just had some crazy audio music changes. There you go. That was weird. All right. Oh, why is that doing that? That's weird. My audio just got like real weird with Discord. Discord sucks, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right. There we go. There we go. We're just making some changes here. There we go. Oh my god, Hawks make me work. Hawk makes me work so hard. Alright. Oh, look, this song comes on too at the exact same time as we're trying to get this set up. There you go. Who's this Hawk guy? Alright, let me add him here. He's not going to be able to hear our cool music, but that's okay. I'm going to call him up. There you go. He's waiting. He's waiting. The operator. You're so bad at this. Look at your camera right now.
Where is it? Is it not on?
It said the operation had failed or something crazy.
No, it's fine. I got it. It's just a stupid thing. Hold on.
That's good.
Hold on, it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming.
I got you. I got you.
Shit. I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
That's all right. You're good. I got to figure out how I'm gonna make you work here, so you're good.
It's fine. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah. And I got my new plant.
People can hear you, but they can't see you yet.
Yeah, that's right, baby. They hear me all the time.
Yeah, that's right. We don't need to see you. You're right. All right, you're good.
Yeah, that's right. We don't need to see me.
All right, we got this. We're gonna make magic happen here.
I was like, oh shit, he's serious.
I know. I'm like, fine, we're gonna make it work. I like how chat was like, yes, he's worthy.
Yeah, I want to know who the assholes for the 27%. That's who I want to know.
Those people were after those people were after my heart. That's all.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
All right, I gotta figure out how to make this work here. Hang on, this is being doo-doo.
You got to get StreamYard so you just share the screen.
I was gonna do. And then I was like, wait, I didn't expect guests tonight. Oh wait, that's why. Okay, here we go. I'm in the wrong mode. I'm freaking battling this in like the wrong freaking mode here. Come on, why is this doing this? I'll get it working. We'll make it work.
You don't you just pop out the chat? You just pop out the chat window or something?
I got you. Don't you worry.
Don't
you interrupt me. I'm doing God's work over here, right? All right.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. No problems here, sir.
That's right.
There he is. There I am. Oh, I was there.
You're getting there. You're getting there. I'll get you.
23% said no. Well, good to know that I'm like at least the majority of people. Like me. Jesus.
That's right. For some reason, this is being really difficult, but I got this. I'm gonna make it work.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. A little bit at a time. Baby steps.
You gotta hold down Alt and StreamYard.
Yep.
Or Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, yeah, it's just not working. So I'll make it work.
Yeah. Good. I'm already set up. I got the light on, which means now I'm gonna just do a video when we're done.
There you go. I'm there. I'm almost there. I almost got it. Gotta make you look good, you know? Somebody's gotta look out for the rest of the world here. Perfectionist over here.
Why is the quality? Do I look alright?
You look fine. The quality's fine. It's just the way that Discord, like, re-shows it. But I think we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah?
That took all of about 5 minutes of my life right there that I want to get back.
There we
but
go. Yeah, that's right.
Other than that, we're good. What's going on?
Here you go. Here.
Hey, cheers. Cheers, brother.
No, salute, bro. That's it. That's
right.
it. I'm coming to hang out, so.
I like it. I like it. Gotta crack my beverage here. Quality is ass. That's right. That's Discord for you.
Is it really? You don't have a way to?
No, it's Discord. It's just Discord reproducing it. Like it's just Discord re-showing it here.
Really?
That's all. Yep.
Maybe is it a setting of mine? Maybe you sure?
No, give me a sec. I'll take a look.
You should just change. You should right click. I think you can right click and change the quality.
That's what I'm gonna look at. That's what I'm gonna look at. But I needed to pour my beer. God dang, dude. Man.
I was like, I'm sitting over here now. I've been a cop for 8 years, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, this dude is hammer drunk. And I'm trying to come live. I want to come live.
I like it. I like it.
I can see you. I can see your eye. I can see the reflection in your eyes from the live stream.
Hey, we're just having fun over here. The guy over here is, you know, putting
oh my god, bro, I'm so tired.
eye drops. Yeah,
I'm tired,
I wonder
man.
why you're. Yeah, I can see your quality doesn't look as good, but it's like Streamlabs. I have Discord over here. It looks fine. Like I see you and you look fine. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, it's not really a big deal. It's
Yep,
not a
I'm
big
just
deal.
gonna do this. Bam. Oh nope, wrong way. That's awesome. I'm gonna keep you just like this, moving forward. All right, I got it right there.
Now I'm
There we
upside
go.
down. I was upside
There we
down.
go.
Delay.
Now we're facing each other like we're gonna kiss. You know, I like it. It's perfect.
That's like the scene from Spider-Man. Get me out of this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Oh. So
so
without leaking, how's Terra going? How things doing?
Oh, it's so good, man. I had a huge relief today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't talk about it much, but it's a milestone for Terra. So
that's
I'm
good.
hoping that
100%.
I don't want to say. Yeah, I don't want to say anything yet, but it's done and everything's done. You know.
Yeah. Once it's locked in, once paperwork's signed, you're good to go, which is good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
That's cool.
But I had to take a last-minute trip to the data center today because
what do you guys have running in Melbourne versus like Kansas now? Because you moved a lot to Kansas.
So yeah, so all the mining operation is in Kansas.
Okay.
Melbourne is doing a lot of the AI, the Flux nodes, a lot of the server stuff that we have running.
Yep.
So like the 4090s and all the big stuff is in Melbourne.
Okay.
The baseline compute stuff, mining, everything mining. There's a couple rigs mining at Melbourne that have to be transferred to Kansas. Sometimes people send them to my old address than Kansas, so I get them up over there in Melbourne temporarily until I can pallet everybody over to Kansas. But no, it's mainly just AI stuff and all that. So I mean,
okay,
it's got a lot of the Flux nodes. Like we just got a lot of servers in, so I had to install those, and it's been a long day, man. I'm tired. Like it's been long. Like I work until sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning, and people are like, "Oh, Hawk, why can't you do more? Why can't you do more videos? Do more videos. Do 3-4 videos." Do you know how long it takes to do a video between editing? Like I have to allocate like 2 or 3 hours by the time from start to finish. And then it's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning by the time I'm able to do it. Because I have to do it when the baby's asleep, the girl's asleep, all my emails are done for Terra, everything's out of the way, and then I do my YouTube stuff, right? And trying to squeeze it in sometimes is like, oh my gosh, man, it's just so frustrating.
Bam, quality's there. See, much better. I fixed it.
There we go.
So if I did like capture Discord versus capture screen, it produces the quality, which is nice.
Nice. There you go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So
I get you. I get you. That's exciting. That's cool. That's cool. I like it.
it is.
I like it. So we were talking
I-
earlier about just crypto in general and like trying to, like I was talking about earlier. So if you were to, let's say you stopped a pizza place. We were talking about like YouTube and stuff like that. So pizza, I call it the pizza place. What the fuck? It's a restaurant. What am I saying?
It's okay. It's all right.
It's a pizza joint, the pizzeria.
Yeah.
So
Which
what
you ate there, by the way. For the
I
record.
did. All right, so
Everybody knows.
I'll set the record straight here because we're 3:15 in the morning drinking beers. The food at Hawk's restaurant is phenomenal. Like I ate like a fat kid in a candy store at the restaurant. I don't even remember what I got. But it was amazing.
me, you, your friend Andy, Mind Your Biz, and Tech Hustler.
Yeah.
We're all sitting having dinner.
Well, it's
That
so
was
funny.
cool.
So let me tell the
was cool.
story. Let me tell the story. So, we
Okay.
were going to Cypherpunk and Hawk's Family Restaurant was like, it's like 45 minutes plus from where we were. And it was like, great. So I got a few people. I was hoping to get more people together, but more people were busy. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go either way. I don't care if I got to go by myself. I'm going. So I hit up a few people and was like, hey, we're going to go. We're going to get an Uber. But we were waiting for Tech Hustler to get into town. So he got into town late. So I was like texting Hawk and I'm like, hey, we're going to come. But it's like 6:45. And then it was 7:45. And then 8:45. Then finally it was like, yo, can we come at 9? And it was like, yeah. So we finally came late. It was like his last seating or whatever. And we get there. The entire time driving there, it was pouring rain. Rain. And it was like, the sky opened up. And our Uber driver is flying down whatever highway it is going from like
95.
up there.
95.
I was like, oh my God, we're all going to die. Like, that's exactly what we all thought. And he's in like a Mercedes and we're just flying. So we get there, great, cool restaurant, but like people were like on the out when we got there. Like we were like late, for food.
Yeah.
And so Hawk hooked us up. We ordered food. He sat with us. We ate, and it was food was amazing. Like I ate everything. There was no leftovers. There was no nothing. And I even got your desserts. I feel like I got a cannoli because we've talked about cannolis so many times.
I think you did. I think
So
you did
many
get
times.
a cannoli. Andy, I think Andy got like a tiramisu, or Tech
Yeah.
Hustler got like a
Yeah.
tiramisu. My grandmother
Yep.
makes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
It was
I appreciate you guys coming. It was a good
100%
time.
100% worth it. 100%. Like the hour drive, 100% worth it. Like it was good. It was really good.
Although the best part of that trip not only was the restaurant, but was all of us playing cards at that
Oh, yeah.
Airbnb. That was like classic. And then like Geek of All Trades is trying to like put it on a live stream. I'm like, yo, turn that shit off. Like, I want to be me, okay? I can't be me 100% on a
Yep.
live stream. Can you turn it off? Can I?
Yeah,
can I not
it's
have
good.
To worry for one night.
It's
Like-
good to like disconnect. Like it's nice like to
That's what I'm
disconnect. Like,
saying. Just like chill.
Yep.
Like we're having beers. Me and Veteran Miner are throwing stuff at each other. It's a fun time. I'm having
It
a
was-
good time. I want to relax.
we were playing poker and some of the verbiage was not internet appropriate, which like you guys
It
know
was
how
so
it is.
funny.
Like you drink
Max-
it, you're having fun, like yeah.
Max Voltage was getting so upset at Veteran Miner. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
Dave was
Dude.
just hammered, and he's trying to play cards, and Max is like, "Hurry up, it's your turn!" Like,
All right, I'm gonna be honest with chat right now. Dave,
Oh.
the Veteran Miner, is the nicest guy in the world,
He
but
is,
he
yeah,
is a
Dave's good guy.
he is a bitch when it comes down to playing poker. Like that man, you don't want to play with him. He sucks to play poker
It's a
with.
tactic.
It's
a
not like you're
tactic,
with
and
your
he wins.
It's not like you're with your boys and you're hanging out and you're having drinks and you're playing poker. No, it's like got my guard up, got to see what he's playing, what cards he's playing, how much he's betting.
Calling
Like
his bluff,
oh.
and he wins. Greater Good Mining actually was sitting next to me, and he's a nice guy. I don't know if people know his real name. I'm not gonna say it, but he was sitting next to me. He's such a cool dude, man. He ordered pizzas for everyone, which you didn't have to do, man. I appreciate it. And he, I think like this was like his introduction into like like we're kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
I wouldn't say like a group, but like we're all kind of like we all work together. Like we're all content creators in the space, but we all work together for the most part. And it's like him coming in, and he's like, "Damn, these guys are like fucking crazy. like, who are these dudes, man?" Like,
Yeah.
No, we had a good time, man. It was great. It was
yeah.
great.
It was that was actually the first time I had met. First time I think all of us had met Greater Good Mining. I think it was funny because like I remember meeting him at Cypherpunk, and he was just very like, I don't want to say starstruck because I want to be humble here, but he was very just like, hey, I'm happy to be hanging out with the guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I remember he bought us like all pizza and stuff like that, which was awesome. Like, thank you.
Yeah, he
like,
did. Yeah, he did.
Thank you for buying us fat kid food. I appreciate it. Awesome.
Yep.
But like,
Yep.
but yeah, and then but like we're like, dude, stop trying to impress and come sit down and hang out. Like, drink a beer.
Yeah,
just
I get
chill.
it though, because we're all like that when we start off. Like, and we're in this like new, we're doing something new, and he's awesome. Yeah, he was awesome. But I'm looking forward to Mining Disrupt this year. Tara's gonna have a booth there.
Ooh.
I know that's gonna be good, and I'm gonna have more info on that. And then I don't know if Cypherpunk is doing another event here. I don't know if they're doing one, but I can't believe like it's coming up soon, man. Like in the next 5 months, like it's like Jesus, like time flies so much, dude. But
I'm trying to book. I got like I'm planning to. I'm waiting to hear, but it's a 15 megawatt facility like coming up here very soon, a container farm that I'll be going to. And then they want to have me back again, which would be really cool. They're like doing a build out. Another one in Arkansas. Like Arkansas is like blowing up with mining farms, which is so cool.
Arkansas is like one of the I think after Texas, it's either Arkansas or Montana are like the leading mining states at the moment. Montana's coming up too. Tara is looking to expand, so we're looking in a couple different states as well. I mean, Montana and Arkansas are one of them.
Okay.
Or some of them, excuse me.
There we go. I'll turn my mic back up. Somebody was saying I was clipping a lot, so I like adjusted a few things.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because like that. Mining Disrupt. So it's really funny. So like, Mining Disrupt. I plan to go to again. We'll see how it goes. It's really interesting though. I was talking when I was in Arkansas the other weekend. Dennis Porter was there, and if you guys aren't familiar with Dennis Porter, he's a huge advocate with Satoshi Action Fund. So Mining Disrupt brought him on to consult for. He's managing all content creators, and he's managing the speakers in order to like bring it more closer to what it should be. So like he's
managing everybody.
He's managing a lot of that. So like they brought him on to consult, and like I chatted with him a lot in Arkansas. We had planned this whole meetup. So like I had told him flat out, I'm like, the speakers sucked. I was like, listen, no one listened to the speakers. It should not be during the same time period. Where'd my music go? What the shit? I feel like you when you're like, King, can you put something on? You're like, it's too quiet type of deal. Not that you can hear it, but so I told him, I'm like, flat out, I'm like, listen, the speakers, like, why are the speakers at the same time as the event is going on? No one's going to see the speakers because the event's going on. So I even recommended to him, and we had talked about it at length, like, I would love to see the speaking stuff happen when the event's not happening. So like, if it's a day in the middle that like doesn't have the venue walking around, whatever it is, it's like, you got to have something different. And you got to have it live streamed. I'm like, all these people at home would love to watch this live. Like, would love to see these people live. And I was like, there needs to be cameras throughout, just like available for people. Like, I think that would be really, really cool. So it was a good conversation I had with him. But yeah, we'll see where Mining Disrupt goes. But I also talked a lot about the fact of like, Mining Disrupt is 100% B2B. 100%.
Right.
It's all business to business. Yeah. Like, there was probably 100 people total there that were like home miners. Let's be honest. Everybody else was like vendors or like entrepreneurs or VCs with money to spend on mining farms. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be big because it's gonna be post halving.
Yep.
And if we follow the cycle where Bitcoin usually goes, that means that the Bitcoin will probably be down a little bit, which means equipment prices may be down. I don't know. I'm assuming if in July Bitcoin is down, Mining Disrupt's going to be a bloodbath of purchases. I mean, there's going to be people buying hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars worth of equipment, and it's going to be bigger than last year, definitely. So
yeah.
So I mean, I'm excited. I got the media partner email about a month ago.
Did you? Nice.
I didn't, but it wasn't from Dennis. It wasn't from Dennis Porter. It was from somebody
Yeah,
else.
there's somebody else. Like he just got brought on to like start to handle it. It was really funny because like he's like, I talked to him. He's like, hey, did you get anything from Mining Disrupt? Because he's like, you were the only content creator that was putting out content like every day. Like, you know, like I had videos every day. And I was like, no, I haven't heard anything from Mining Disrupt. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, why has no one reached out to you about it? And I was like, listen, you guys let me know and I'll be there. So
I need to reach out to him then, because I was actually supposed to do an interview with him on my channel.
Nice.
And I had a scheduling conflict. I couldn't, like, for some reason, every time they would schedule, something came up and I couldn't make it, and I feel really bad. I haven't talked to him. I was talking to, I think, his secretary, but I haven't spoken to him directly. So maybe I should reach out, or maybe he'll reach out. I don't know. I have to see.
I can get you hooked up. I was just texting him today, so I got you when you need it.
Yeah. I definitely need to reach out to him if he's organizing it, because they got me a media partner. They sent me that email, so I don't know if he's aware or not.
Yeah.
Sure that
No, Mining King coming in here. I made a comment about you earlier, brother. I was like, dude, I got to get another beer. I was like, I feel like the Mining King right now. If you know, you know.
I give a huge shout out to King, man, because he is
What's he up to?
He's putting in the work over there. Like he's like fast tracked tons of repairs. He's got units up and running that were sitting for a little while that we couldn't get fixed. I mean, I got to give him credit. He's doing the work of like 5 people by himself. Like,
that's awesome.
I called him the other day and he's like, Hawk, I'm on a scissor lift. This better be important.
Yo, as long as you're having fun on the scissor lift, let's be honest here, that's all that matters.
I called him. I'm like, well, how high are you right now? He goes, I'm up to the ceiling, because each row on the in the facility holds 144 ASICs. Right. Wow. And he's at
Thank you for the donation there, the super chat there. Appreciate it, King. Yeah, that's awesome. It was so funny when I was in Arkansas. They had a scissor lift, and they were like, I was like, hey, you got a scissor lift? That's awesome. It was like, I'm gonna use it. I don't even ask. I just I'm gonna use your scissor lift. And they're like, can you drive one? I'm like, can I drive one? I'm like, have you seen my videos? I just remember DJ and I in South Dakota driving around on the scissor lift. Oh yeah, it's
scary, man. You get up 2 stories high, 30 feet high on one of those shelves. Like, that's high, dude.
Yeah,
like,
the one in South Dakota was so we were all the way extended to the point on this scissor lift. Now there's different height scissor lifts, but we were so high that like it was wobbling, and DJ was like holding up for dear life. Like he's like, oh my god. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome.
You know, I'm not scared of heights, because you know, I mean, I always talk about my previous career, but I used to, you know, rappel off the side of buildings and stuff. And one time we did a helicopter one, which
that's so cool.
Was like,
I'd be scared too, but insane. Yeah.
The building was long. The building was 5 stories high, and that, look, dude, like average 15. What's a story? Average of 15 feet a story, roughly.
I'd say so.
Like,
yeah.
So I mean, that's like 60, I don't know, 55 feet in the air. It was ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. When I rented the boom lift to do my helium miner, and I was up 45 feet in the air,
right?
I was scared shitless when I'm doing it.
No, yeah.
Like it's wobbling, it's high, and I'm like, I'm just like, all right. And I'm on camera with it. I'm like, all right. I'm just gonna like make it work.
So speaking of the scissor lift, King was telling me, he's like, Hawk, not only is it high, but because it's a scissor lift, I have to keep it at least 2 feet from the shelf, or like a foot and a half from the shelf.
Sways.
So I have to lean. He goes, I have to lean with a 35-pound machine and extend, and put it on the shelf.
Hey, you know what? But King is a skinny, nimble man, so you know he should have no problem with what he's doing. He says he fixed 5 L7s today, control boards. By the way, I got my L7 control board back from BT Miners up in New York, 3 weeks, which I think is phenomenal. 3 weeks, $310. Got it back, works perfect. So like, if you guys need hardware repair, now it's really funny because I've heard, I would say honestly, in the last 2 weeks, I've had 3 different groups reach out to me that are starting to train people internally to start offering repair services. It's becoming this big thing stateside. Because right now, a lot of places are actually flying in people from China, and then they actually do the repairs locally. But what's happening, like BT Miners, like honestly, Bitmain wanted like 260, but God knows how long it would have taken to get back versus BT miners in New York. But I know of 2 farms in Arkansas that are actually hiring on full-time repair people and opening up facilities, which I think is awesome. Like, hell yeah. Like, let's have more US side, because that would be amazing.
So we have the on-site repair at Terra. It's a guy that lives and works in the area, and he comes in and does the repair. But King was talking about, you know, expanding on the repair.
Yeah, you can actually have like an on-site, and people can ship them in and stuff like that. Like you, 100%.
So the guy comes to the facility and he fixes them. Yep. And if he can't get it done, we send it out to somewhere that can do it, because obviously, like when you get down to like, you know, soldering and stuff, it you know, it gets highly technical. But there was a couple.
Well, it's like reflow, resoldering.
I know
chips,
nothing about
things
it.
like that. Yeah.
Nope. I got nothing. I can repair. I can maybe replace a PSU, a fan, and a control board, but that's as far as I go.
Well, it's the hardware side. You can swap the physical hardware. Yep, that's the easy part.
So King says he says at HobbyistMiner, I'm being trained to be an operator repair tech for now. No hot air for now. Yeah. So
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, King. Are you drinking? Are you drinking too, King? Are you drinking too?
Probably.
Good for you, brother.
They went out.
Ah, good for you, brother. You know what? Then you're very. So what is that thing next to you? That thing? Yeah.
Yeah, you on your stream, but this is like that, kind of like what 𝐓𝐸 has.
Yeah. What brand is that?
The Voom.
Okay, because I have a company that literally is sending me like, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it, but they're sending me like this display thing. I don't even remember what it's called, but like they've been emailing me back and forth, and they're sending me one, and I'm gonna give one away. But like it does all of that types of stuff. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
See that thing that we gave you for
yeah.
Gift for
it's right there.
Okay, that's the same company. It's the same company.
Oh, very cool. Those are sick.
So
those are sick.
The app's really cool, and what I'm gonna do is, like, for a video, I'm gonna show it, bring it up so people can actually see it.
Yep.
For each video pertaining on what I'm talking about, I can put the logo here.
That's sick.
Like,
that's sick.
You know, if I'm doing it, like Tangem sent me a wallet, right? So I'm gonna put the Tangem logo here.
Dude, like, okay, so time out on Tangem. I gotta ask, because people have asked in chat about Tangem today. Was there like some issue or like questionability on Tangem? Because people were like, is Tangem like safe? People were asking me today, and I'm like, did I miss something?
I think there was a text from Son of a Tech that said something to the, and I'm paraphrasing here, something to the effect of, I can't wait for people to lose their money in Tangem or something. Maybe that might have sparked it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, look, Matt's a great guy, and he is. I talk to him often, and he's cool. He questions everything, which you should do. You should do.
Sure,
People should question. You know what I mean? Like, we want to be secure, and I don't disagree with him for poking the bear a little bit and just trying to find out.
Yeah.
And that's cool, because that's how we get information out. DJ Minds confirmed what I said. He goes, just so saying he will laugh when Tangem steals everyone's Caspa. So he did put a tweet about that, but there's no harm behind it. There's no harm.
Yeah, I think as I tell people too, it's like I was talking about at the top of the stream as we got started. People were talking about wallets, and I'm like, listen, like I was completely transparent. I'm like, let's take Bitcoin for example. I store Bitcoin on Ledger. I store Bitcoin on Tangem. I store Bitcoin on my Exodus wallet and my Zelcore wallet. So when and if one of them has a problem or gets hacked, all my Bitcoin isn't gone. It's spread out, and I do that with all of my crypto. Bitcoin is my largest holding. Caspa is number 3 right now. Solana is number 2, but I spread it out. So like, and that's something I've learned, where it's like, spread it out. Don't just have everything in one basket. And so I think that's where it's like, problems are going to occur. It's crypto, unfortunately. Just set yourself up so that, you know, if I lose a fourth of my Bitcoin, it's going to suck hardcore, but I'm not like, all right, I'm screwed. I'm like, all right, lesson learned. I got 3/4 of it elsewhere is the best way to go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any reason why Tangem
not at all
would do something. I mean, but then again, you know, they did sponsor my channel, but I'm always going to be honest. They, everybody loves them right now, but nobody really knows.
It's because Tangem has pivoted to a lot of the popular proof of work coins, and a lot of the ones that you and I are mining right now, they're picking up. Like I know the end of March, Dynex is coming into play there, and it's like, okay, now you've met proof of work miners like us, more than halfway, and now you're picking up on all these coins, and it's like great. Like I'll be honest with you, in the last 2 months, I have moved everything but Flux and Caspa off of 𝐲_core, and it's because 𝐲_core is a pain in the ass to use. It doesn't work half the time. It doesn't work half the time. It doesn't report half the time, and so I'm like, I got Flux and Kadena on 𝐲_core, and that's it. Everything else, I moved. I'm gonna be honest with you. I moved about $25,000 in crypto off of 𝐲_core after I couldn't move my Caspa off of there, and I was like, all right, I'm out. Let's go. Like, not a chance.
Nothing, and it's nothing against Flux. I had similar issues with 𝐲_core too. I don't know if it's. I know they were separate entities, and now they're together. So maybe the Flux team will make some improvements with 𝐲_core moving forward.
Well, they have their new wallet too. What's the new one? The SS.
So I kind of leaked this out on Wired Wednesdays a little bit, but Dan and Betty have reached out to me to do the setup for the SSP wallet.
Okay. Nice.
So I'm going to be doing the setup videos for those and helping them out. So
cool. That
was pretty cool. They reached out to me, and I appreciate it. So anyway, you know,
what the fuck, Dan? Get your priorities together. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Why
good for
me,
you.
Right? No,
good for you. No, that's awesome.
But it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna actually see if King or Max wants to help me with it, because it does get technical on some of the videos. It's 3 videos, 3 short videos. So, but yeah, no, we'll see how it goes. I mean, like like you said with Tangem, right? And DJ said something here that I agree with. Well, how could they steal your crypto? If we find a vulnerability in Tangem, like, or, you know, and there should be people that audit this stuff, right? If we find a vulnerability, then we have something to worry about. But right now, I don't know if there's any vulnerabilities with Tangem at all. So
I agree. I agree 100%. So someone posted here, and I'll get your thoughts first. Thoughts on Dynex right now? Because I got quite a few thoughts, so I'm going to let you start.
So I watched an interview. Mr. Yeti was on Bloomberg.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that. Great interview. I thought he did
100%.
well. I thought he did very well, because Yeti does. He'll tell everybody, like, he doesn't. I always told him, like, dude, do a YouTube channel. Like, just do one, you know. And I thought he did very, very well, because he's always very self-critical. But I think Dynex is going to do good things. I know there's this tension between usually like Dynex and Flux and who's doing what, but in all honesty, they're doing 2 separate things, and they're playing 2 different positions in the same ball field, right? So, you know, how they get it done is completely different. I like Dynex. I don't have any reason not to like Dynex. I have a bag of Dynex, still holding it. Flux, I know, is a great project, and I like the Flux team. They've supported me, and they continue to support me. But the jury is still out on both projects, right? And I think that's fair to say, because yes, Flux has got Flux Core out right now, and it's still in. I believe is it in beta or is it in alpha? It's in alpha still, right? I think it's in alpha.
Yeah, it's in alpha, yeah.
All right. So, you know, we'll see where that goes, but they're making improvements all the time. 𝐓𝐸 was on Wired Wednesdays, and they were talking about it.
Nice.
Dynex, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I know Dynex is doing stuff because Yeti shows what's going on in the back end. But where they're going to go, I don't know. You know, I mean, Dynex going to Bloomberg and, you know, possibly IPOing in the United States, bringing their company here. That's a big move. You know, that's a big move for a company to do that. So
I like it.
I don't know.
So
I mean,
so for me, Dynex from a GPU miner was like here, go back a few months ago, until the whole debacle with �SRB_Miner. And I feel like �SRB_Miner, I want to say sunk them, because that's extreme, but it really hurt them. And the fact that, like, I get it. They brought it to light. They needed to. Awesome. Good for them. But the fact they didn't have an alternative for AMD miners, when AMD is like what all of us have been leaning into during the current bear market, really hurt them. Like, really hurt them. And I think so the challenge is like Dynex has really fallen, I think. Because, I mean, literally, Dynex was top at that point. I mean, GPU mining, I was all over it. So that was rough. But I think, you know, Dynex and Flux played the whole... I should say that. Flux played the game of being very spiteful towards Dynex for several months. You could tell. And Dynex played the professional route. But at the end of the day, I think they came together, and it seems like over the last several months, it's kind of been a kind of like, all right, let's work together to make this work, which is nice. Okay,
Right.
cool. And I think the kind of separation of what each two is specializing in, I think makes a lot more sense now, which is really, really nice.
You know,
And I think off of that, Yeti. Okay, so Yeti is a super smart dude, 100%.
100%.
He did very well in that interview, better than I would have done, to be honest with you. So kudos to him. But I think a lot of us saw that interview and went, "What's the like?" I loved it. Like, good for you, brother. Like, get that out there. But it's like, what's the initiative behind this? Like, where are we going with this? Just like you talked about with like, are they IPOing? Is this just to get some marketing? Because I know Dynex has put a lot of money into marketing. They've marketed through my channel. They marketed through a lot of other YouTube channels. So it's like, all right,
mine too. Yeah.
exactly. So it's like, all right, cool. Is this just a marketing move, or is this more of a like, hey, you guys are kind of bringing this up? So yeah. So I'm really happy with Dynex right now. I don't have any rigs on Dynex right now. I have a bag of Dynex that I'm happy with. Because I'm like, all right, there's too many other coins right now, especially all these 𝐾𝐈 coins that I have my focus on.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. You know, a lot of people are asking about the FUD with Dynex, and the guy King brought up like there was some FUD about the guy who's the head of
News to
Dynex
me.
or something.
Okay. That's
something about
Sumi?
securities fraud.
Sumi, is that who it is?
Whoever, I don't know. I really don't know, because there was rumors that some guy that had been alleged of securities fraud was
Okay.
in Dynex. So I spoke to Yeti about it. Yeti says that that's not true. That's just
Okay.
FUD. There may have something been in the past, but not that he's aware of. I don't know. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard because it's all third-party information, right? And
Sure,
you know,
sure.
we're YouTubers and we're in the crypto mining space, but we act a lot like reporters. And I'm not going to put something out that doesn't come from like a really decent
Sure.
source.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, break news or say something that I don't know if it's factual or not. So, I mean, yeah. And what you said about Flux, I didn't agree with a lot of the banter. I didn't think it was necessary. But in all honesty, everybody should remain tote the line between criticism and disrespect. We kind of like sometimes we walk a little bit of it, and I get it because I met Dan. I like Dan, and I know what kind of guy Dan is. All right, Dan's a lot like myself, so I can understand him, right? And a lot of people don't, and they misunderstand him. Dan's actually a really nice guy. When I was in Cypherpunk, I helped him out with a few things, and I stored a lot of Flux's stuff for mining Disrupt in my garage. Flux took care of me. There was no question. You know what I mean? Hey, Hawk, you did this for us. Thanks, man. Here you go. You know what I mean? Like, cool. Thank you. So, although people may not resonate with Dan on that on the level where they don't like his demeanor, Dan's actually a really nice guy. You get to know him. So, and I'm just saying that from my personal experience.
Sure.
No,
I get it. So going back, sorry, I'm gonna pivot back to events there.
Sure.
So Terra you guys had talked about with Terra being at Mining Disrupt. So I think that was July, right?
Last year, yeah.
Is there any other events that you guys have? And you guys were at CES. You at least attended. You attended.
We attended CES, yeah.
That's cool. Is there any other events in the future you guys have your crosshairs on?
So I was talking to Crypto Frank, who's the new CEO, and he has expressed some conferences to go to, attend and participate in.
Okay.
So
very cool. I
don't know yet. We have our eyes on a couple. There's one in Europe that I'm looking at. I think it's like a blockchain conference in Prague. I think it's in Czech Republic. So I wanted to look at that. But right now, honestly, the priority for Terra is to get the company where it needs to be, where we can coast. And then it's all about kind of going to conferences and stuff. Mining Disrupt is a must because it's mining, right? But when you start getting into like CES and stuff, and we're not there to go to those the major. I consider like not saying Mining Disrupt's not major leagues, because it is, but when you get to like CES level, like you better be doing well, because now you're in there with Sony and Samsung and like all these other. You better bring something to the table.
Okay.
Like,
I like it. I like it. So I
You know
am
what I mean?
attending. I am attending my first European event next year in November.
Nice.
Nice Hash is
Next
throwing. Yeah, coming up in November next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This year.
this year, 2024, in November.
Okay, sorry. Just make
No,
sure.
you're good. You're good. Sorry, I thought about it because I agreed to it last year into this year. And I got it's in Slovenia, and like,
Okay.
I've never been overseas. I've never been to Europe, any of that.
Really?
And it was funny. I was invited to it as a speaker for the event. Nice Hash is hosting it, and I was like, I had to talk to my wife about it because I'm like, I'm almost 40 and I've never been overseas before, and I'm like, I'm being invited to go, full expenses paid, and speak at an event. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this 100%. So yeah, so it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's one I have locked in for this year. Mining Disrupt, we'll see. Cypherpunk, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it'll be awesome.
It's good to experience different cultures when you're there.
Yeah.
To take an extra day outside of whatever you're doing, and just go walk around. Like,
yeah,
I've been to Prague. Prague's beautiful. Like,
okay.
I took a day and I walked around. It's like
That's cool.
It's like a runway show. Like,
Oh, really?
it's not America, man. Like, it's just everybody is just it's well, you can put the pieces together.
Yeah.
I've been to Europe. I've been blessed to travel.
That's cool.
And Italy too. Italy's actually becoming pretty big with some blockchain stuff coming up over there. My cousin lives there, and he says there's more adoption of Bitcoin happening in the country. So that's pretty cool too. And a lot of the banks are becoming crypto friendly, even though the EU is trying to really push against it. So
hold down the fort for a second. I hear footsteps.
Hear footsteps. So what's up, chat? Yeah, I came in and bothered him. I wouldn't be me if I didn't, right? But it's all right. It's all love. So how's everybody doing? Let's see. Ghost wants me to play CS with him. I'm coming, dude. I'm gonna play in a little bit. So let's see who's in chat right now. Gonzo Miner, what's up, man? DJ Mines hanging out. All set. What's up, all set? He's getting into trouble for staying up late. Yeah, maybe. Not push against, just going forward with regulatory. Yeah, that's the problem, in my opinion, with the EU. It's just that, you know what it is, guys? I'm going to be honest with everybody. And hold on there, Hobbyist. I got to say something.
You're good.
I'm going to say
you.
this. The problem is with this regulatory stuff, it's just a bunch of old people that are in charge. Because they don't understand. That's where a lot of this comes from. They just don't understand it. It's a threat. And then when you come in and you disrupt the financial system on top of the scam that they've been running for years, okay? Like, you're of course they're going to change it. But I honestly think that there's going to be a lot of pushback from people. And I think if you're in the EU, you got to speak up against it. If you have the ability to do so. Here, at least here in the United States, our Constitution actually protects us from a lot. Our amendments protect us from a lot, and that's why crypto regulation in the United States will probably be at least a decade out before it really takes a hard effect.
Yeah.
If that, because there's so much that gets tied up in litigation that goes to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court, I actually watched them today shoot down a bunch of stuff that I thought was BS that even got to their level. And I was listening to one of the justices, who had not crypto related, but their attitude was reassuring to me. Is like, one of the justices goes, I don't even know how this got here.
That's
Like,
true.
why wasn't this done at the lower level courts? Why wasn't this done at the DCA level? Why is it up here? No, this is not happening. Case like dismissed. Like, he was like, this is ridiculous. Like, but
No, I get you. By the way, it was my oldest son was awake getting a drink of water, but like I'm in the basement. Nice. I'm in the basement, so I can hear footsteps, and like you kind of feel it a little bit because the vibration. So I'm like, I hear footsteps.
Yeah.
Who is awake? Type of deal. But yeah, no text messages from the wife, so we're good. Usually she'll be like,
you're not
the
in
kids,
trouble.
Yeah, no trouble. We're good. No, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see with events coming up. I think events will be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Especially I think you made a good point earlier. We're like, with the bull market on the horizon, hopefully the way things are working out. Like, it's funny because like the last Mining Disrupt was very thin, we could say, based off of other previous years. People have said like it was thin because, like, you know, previous years was in a bull market.
Market.
Yeah.
I mean, Pegapool was promoting free BTC and pizza, and then a week later,
everybody.
Like, I was like, what? I said I couldn't believe it because King, I think it was King who told me, he's like, hey, did you hear about Pegapool? I was like, what happened? He's like,
yeah, I remember that.
They just shut down. I'm like, they were just all over mining Disrupt. What happened?
Oh,
Somebody overspent on the budget. That's what happened.
Well, that's what it was. Like, it really came down to the fact that they couldn't cover their operating costs because they weren't charging pool fees. It was 0% pool fees until Bitcoin hit 60K. What's Bitcoin at right now? 47,000.
47.
Still,
yeah. I mean,
still not
who
at 60K.
runs these businesses?
Yep.
You know, I've started to really realize being in business now, and that
Yep.
you know, I see these major even hosting operations, right?
Yeah.
Like, not all of them, but some of the ones that start up and fail.
Sure.
Like, who gives these people money?
Yep.
I'm serious. Like, who writes the check to these? Because if I was in the meeting sitting down, I would be like, okay, well, it's either you're lying,
Yeah.
or you just don't know what you're
you gotta
doing.
think,
like, who gives this guy $10 million?
Their operating costs just to run a pool can't be that high. But now what you've done is said, you know what I mean? You've gone ahead and said, hey, we're not going to charge fees, which help keep the lights on, in order to, from a marketing stunt. So marketing caused Pegapool to fail. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
like,
that's terrible. Like, being in charge of marketing for Terra, I worry about, like, I'm very, very careful what I put out for Terra, because
that's like saying you're not
said,
going to charge hosting fees until Bitcoin's at 100K.
Yeah,
What?
no, I just I shut the door we have to shut the door tomorrow.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
you know, and I laugh at some of these people that do these deals. Like, there was a couple hosting companies saying, oh, well, we break even on our hosting, you know, trying to make people feel better for sending their unit. That's complete bullshit if you ever listen to it, because we're all in this business to make money, offer good service, and be honest, but nobody's doing anything for break even. My uncle always told me, there's two biggest lies in the world: the check's in the mail, and I'm doing this for nothing.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
swear to God, that's what he said to me. So,
that check
true.
has not been written yet. Let's be honest here.
Right.
Yep. Let's be
I'm
honest.
doing this for nothing. You're getting this at cost.
You heard it here
that's
first.
complete
Terra
bullshit.
hosting,
Yeah.
0% hosting fees. You heard it here first. Let's go.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So
Oh my
something
gosh.
interesting. I don't know if did you watch you might not have watched the tour that I did with.
Not yet. I have not watched it yet.
Something
not
interesting
watched
they're
it yet.
doing, which I'd love for Terra to look into. They are offering profit sharing on older ASICs. So if you have an older ASIC and you're concerned about the upcoming halving, you can send older ASICs there. Your ASIC gets put into a pool of older ASICs. You can decide on it, and then the entire profit of all of those ASICs is split amongst those people. So it's almost like
I see what you mean.
yeah. So like you can take your older ASICs and so you can kind of benefit from it. So it was really interesting because a few people hit
That's
me up.
actually pretty interesting.
A few people hit me up and was like, hey, you know, I have a handful of 95 terahash units. What do I do with these? Oh, you can host them here. You pay your hosting fees, but then the benefit is you then just get a portion of that. And I was like, that's a really cool idea. Like, I didn't realize that they were doing that until I was there.
That's probably going to be a lot better than hosting them, because let me tell you something right now,
Yeah.
and I've told this to a lot of people.
Yep.
After the halving, anything shy of 120 terahash, unless you're at 3 cents, is going to get wrecked.
If Bitcoin stays where it is right now. Under
Right,
50.
we ran our numbers at Bitcoin at 40K or under 50, right? So, you know, I this one guy called me. He's like, hey, man, I really want to purchase, you know, like a bunch of like cheaper ones. You have any 95s or 100s? And I'm like, dude, listen, I can sell them to you, because at the time I had some for sale. But I said, this is not a good idea.
Agreed.
I said, he goes, why?
Agreed.
I'm like, what are you paying for power? And he told me it was at like 8 or 9 cents. And I said, yeah, you're gonna you'll never get the money back on that machine.
Yep.
And as DJ calls them, like Timmys, like. I feel bad for the Timmys. I feel
At
bad
the
for
top of my
Timmys
stream, we were talking about ROI, and I said, I'm going to make a shirt that says, what is the ROI on the front with Max Voltage's face? And on the back, it's going to say, you're a Timmy. Because, like, I was talking to people about the fact of, like, if you literally focus on ROI and only ROI when you're buying hardware, crypto mining is not for you.
Right.
It really isn't.
Yeah, no, I hate the ROI argument, because people go and they say, oh, well, you know, I bought this machine. When do I get my return on my investment? Well, your return on your investment starts the minute you turn it on, and then it continues.
Tomorrow
You know,
or 2 years from now. That's all I got for you.
when am I going to ROI this thing that I bought? I bought this. This was from my mining channel. When do I ROI? The ROI argument is dumb, in my opinion. And I say, because if you want to be a crypto miner, you have to purchase the equipment to do it, right?
Yep.
I was a police officer. I had boots that I had to buy for work, okay? I didn't drive every day to work going, oh, man, when am I going to ROI these Under Armours? Like, it's a dumb argument. If you make an investment, you're putting your money to work. Okay, you can have a break-even point, okay, and that's fine. But this whole ROI, everybody's so focused on ROI, and you know why? It's probably because they're spending money they don't have. Yeah.
Well, and I think it's a really good idea there too, because like when you get into crypto mining, and the hard part is telling people, do you think that crypto or cryptos are going to stay that exact price? And every person will say, no, it's going to fluctuate. Exactly. So your ROI target is going to literally fluctuate per day. I actually had to talk to my electrician about this. So like he just stepped into mining. He bought the helium miner. I helped him set it up. The buy-sells helium miner. It was like a $2,500 investment. He bought an S19K Pro we're hosting. I have hosting for him. You know, it's $1,600, $1,700. And finally, I had to say, dude, stop checking this thing per day. I was like, stop it. Because he's like, oh, well, I need to go ahead and reach what I invested in it so I can tell people that I broke even. And I'm like, why? I'm like, I literally check all of my miners every day. But I don't check what they're making. I don't check the profitability. All I check is uptime. Because I don't care about today, tomorrow, next week, next month. Just like DJ had talked about in his live stream earlier. It's like, you're looking for the future. And so I think that's the hard part. It's like, God, I hate the word ROI. Because it's like, we now focus on it so much. And it's like, oh my God, stop it.
Relax, yeah. You know, listen, if your friend Andy has bought mining machines, and this is a guy who I think is very, very good when it comes to money. I was in the money club for a while, but I had to leave because I had to just consolidate the bills for a couple months. I'm going to go back in. But when I was in there, the guy is so educated. If he's buying crypto mining hardware, and you want to know how to do it correctly, go listen to Andy. I tell people this all the time. Go to his channel, because if this guy can do it and he's making money at it, you can do it. I don't like the argument either. I think the argument is foolish. You want to be a crypto miner, cool. Well, you need this to do it. Yep. You need this to do it. If you don't want to buy the equipment, you don't want to mine and mess with the machines and enjoy the hobby, just DCA into it. Spend the money that you would buying the miners and just go buy the cryptos, sit down on your hands and wait for it to come up.
Why do you think,
or do both?
Why do you think crypto mining comes off as a get rich quick scheme? Because I think a lot of people come across our YouTube channels and they're like, I have people that come across my YouTube videos that are 2 years old and they're like, I want to buy this hardware. And I'm like, that was 2 years ago. Like, that hardware is obsolete, gone.
You know why?
Tell me.
Because there's content creators. There's two types of content creators. One that do things for views and one that do things to educate and build a sustainable base. Okay? Me, you, Panda, Chump, we build a sustainable base. Okay? You don't get a lot of clickbaity stuff. You get info, and when it's bad, we suffer with the viewers who did the same thing, right? Because we're in the same position. Then you get people that post videos and do stuff that goes, I made $5,000 in a week with this machine, right? So what does everybody say? Okay, they go and
you must be talking about Red Panda Mining, because you know it's that guy. I'm kidding.
No, well, that's the problem is that sometimes with YouTube people get unrealistic expectations, and they do. Well, if this is happening for him, let me tell you something. If it's on YouTube already, it's over.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's over. People on YouTube, like, I mean, I don't care if this reveals some of the secrets, because I'm not in it to make tons of money on YouTube. People go on the forums and they read. Bitcoin Talk is a big one. Son of a Tech's got a great local section, and people talk about new projects in there. Spec mined coins. Like, this is where people find stuff out. It's not on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, it's too late.
Yep. Well, that's why, like, you'll see too, like Panda says a lot of the times too, he's like, I'm not making a video on it yet. Because it's like you want to kind of get your bag of it before, you know, you plan to put it out on YouTube. I get it, 100%.
Well, I mean, Panda's a very, very honest person. And a lot of times when we find something new, like in the forums or whatever,
Sure.
yeah, I mean, of course, like we all want to get a bag of it, but like Panda will tell us, like he's like, hey, I'm doing a video on this, or it's like Son of a Tech does a video on it immediately, because these guys are being honest.
Yep.
Like the minute they find it, the next day there's a video, or 2 days there's a video. These guys are being honest with you. Like, you know, it's I don't know. It's I think part of it, and a lot of people buy in because also they think it's like this magic China box that just prints money, right? Have a client like this currently. He has a bunch of these units and he thinks that they're always going to be the same. And then when the market dropped down, I'm getting phone calls.
You don't get any phone calls when the market goes up, though. Let's be honest here.
Oh no, I did because he thought it was a mistake.
Oh my word.
Yeah, when the L7 was doing great and it had that brief run of like $45 a day.
Yep.
He was like, oh my god, this is great on Nice
Was
Hash.
that on Nice Hash? Yeah.
Nice Hash, yeah. And he's like, oh my god, this is great.
Yep.
I'm making all this money. Oh my god. And then it went back down to $6 or $7 a day. And he calls me. He's like, what the fuck just happened? I said, welcome to being a crypto miner.
Yeah, that's right.
In a bear market. In the bull market, it's all Gucci, right?
Yep.
So.
Well, that's like the D9. The D9 I did a video on today. It's like, man, you know, it's doing $10 a day on Nice Hash, which is awesome. But not too long ago, it was doing $90 a day with BlockX, which was amazing. Like, holy cow. But like, can you imagine like that roller coaster there? Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the times is like you have two sides of the coin. You have the people that are get rich quick, which is entirely false and very rare.
Never works.
Or you have the flip side where it's like you're in it for the long run. And long run, honestly, isn't that long. You should be seeing profits very quickly within a year or two. Like,
you got to know when to buy too, though. Like right now, this new IB link, right? And I know it's late. I know, I don't want to go too long, but this new IB link miner.
I got nothing, brother. I got nothing. You're good.
Like, oh, you're good. Oh,
I'm
we're good. Okay, so
I'm drinking beer. I'm drinking beer, talking crypto. We're good.
I got a rum and Coke. We're good.
That's right.
The new IB link, right? I have tons of emails about this machine.
Yep.
And hey, Hawk, can you get this? You know, what's this? What's that? And I'm like, guys, listen. Let me just be honest with you. If you want to buy the machine, I'll sell it to you. I said, but just know that this is probably one of the most risky plays for mining at the moment. And people are going to argue with me and say Caspa's not this. And again, Caspa ASICs are probably one of the most risky investments that you can make right now in ASIC mining. 150%. It ain't Bitcoin ASICs, okay? Because Bitcoin, eventually, we know based on its previous history, will go where it needs to go. Litecoin ASICs have been consistent. Script ASICs have been consistent. Caspa ASICs are maintaining at the moment. A lot of people took like Greater Good Mining. I give him tons of credit because he's like, he got in mad early and he got his money out.
Well, he got in early where like it was a little bit after Panda had gotten his unit, where Panda's unit was very much like we don't even know if this exists. Like that was when everybody was GPU mining it. Right. And so Greater Good Mining came very shortly after, where he picked up his unit, which kudos to him because he spent a fortune to buy that unit when he did, but it was also producing significant amount of profits per day.
Oh yeah. I mean, talk about a roll of the dice, but that's what it is, right? Like a part of it is, I tell people all the time, hey man, are you, when you want to buy an ASIC, right? And you can ask my clients, they'll tell you this, okay? Hey, are you willing to take that money and just throw it in the trash? No. Sure. Then don't buy it. Yeah. Then don't buy it. If you're okay with losing it and it goes wrong, then buy it. Then take a shot. I'm all about taking risks. I took my whole life savings and started Terra with 2 other guys.
So I talked to 2 farm operators in the last 2 weeks. Farm operators that have Caspa miners that were not aware of the Caspa emission schedule.
Okay, so that's to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know them personally, but from an outside looking in, that's completely ignorant.
Well, no, they're just farm operators. They're not resellers. But it's one of those like, wait, how many? No, they don't own the machines. But how many people? How many people are buying Caspa miners on FOMO, not knowing that there's an emission schedule, and this is going to keep going down and down and down and down type of situation. Like I had 4 total. I had 2 KS0 Pros and 2 KS0s. I sold one of each like 2 weeks ago. because I'm like, KS zeros are just not worth buying. Like, they're really not worth buying anymore.
They're not.
And so I was like, I got
recommend
them. I'll resell them. I made out well. I sold one for 500 and one for 400. So $900. I was like, great, awesome. I still have 2 other ones that I have solo mining, which are great. But like, when people ask me now, like, would you buy a Castle miner? The answer is no, absolutely not.
No.
Like, I would not buy a Castle miner right now at all.
I wouldn't. I've sold them. Don't get me wrong. Which, by the way, the IB-Link.
There's a difference between you
stock.
buying them and you selling them as Terra. It's 2 different things.
Right. So the IB-Link has been up and down on these orders. I just put it back in stock on TerraHashes.com, but it's going for $12,350. Here's the thing.
At
that
what?
I'm
Like right now, is that like what, $80 a day? Is that pretty much where that's at?
It's 10 terahash, so it's about 80, 75, 80. Well, now that's pumped, right? So it's probably closer to 100.
Yeah. That's
but
awesome.
Maybe 90 something. I don't know. I have
What's
to look.
the what are you seeing on the time period to ship? Like, what are you seeing from your perspective?
Right now, Chinese New Year, I believe, just started.
Oh yeah, you're out.
So right, you're out till about the end of the month. So for everybody that's watching, if you're ordering an ASIC right now, the orders will get processed because my suppliers are working through the holiday, but the warehouses are shut down.
Yep.
So
of course they're taking orders. Of course they're taking orders.
Yeah, they'll take. Yeah, you got to keep the money coming in, and they'll which is, hey, I get it. Look, listen, let me tell you something. I'm the kind of guy, I'll work through the holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Celebrate with the family for a few hours. Kids go to bed. Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, I'm on the computer. I'm working because that's the kind of grind you need. That's the kind of grind you need. And but anyway, a lot of people are FOMOing into these IB links, and I got to say something on the IB link stuff, guys. We saw a disastrous thing with Ice River, okay? And I don't know if Ice River is going to recover. I'll be honest with you. There's so many issues with the Ice River units that we stopped hosting them at Terra.
It's very much a sell it and hands off. Like, they're selling these units and then they're out. They're out, brother. Like
I feel
they're
bad.
in China. They're in China.
Right. Greater Good Mining will attest to this too, because we actually fixed he had a machine go bad and we fixed it. We had a bad power supply, but we're seeing bad power supplies, bad control boards, and the thermal paste.
Dude, who was the guy on YouTube that had their power supply catch on fire?
Miner.
Holy shit! I saw that video and I was like, I'm out. I'm done.
Hey,
I'm good.
Real quick, and I know he's watching and he's gonna love this. The Mining King told everybody, don't overclock these fucking machines. He said it.
Oh, is that what he was doing? I didn't watch the whole video. I just saw fire and I saw the fire and was like, oh my god.
I don't know if his was overclocked, but when we saw that video, and then I'm like, all right, I'm really happy I didn't overclock like my KS zeros that I have the original KS zeros and I have a KSO Pro over here for a giveaway. But real quick, the IB Link units, guys, and I want everybody to know this who's FOMOing into this. The IB Link units
they're more reputable though.
Yes, and hold on. I did find out that IB Link repair is scarce. Parts are way more expensive than Bitmain because there's less of them. And they've only produced about 200 to 300 right now, not the few thousand that Ice River did. So orders will be backed up. So
yeah, I wonder if that's after the Chinese New Year. I wonder if that's going to catch up, and then all of a sudden it's like, fuck.
Oh, it's going to be middle of March, end of March for February orders to get delivered.
Yeah. So somebody in chat mentioned, son of a rabbitch had mentioned his was a manipulated power supply. So yeah, I thought I saw that in his video. That did not look like a normal power supply. And that's what threw me off. Yeah, in that video, that did not look like an Ice River traditional power supply. It looked like he took some like Chinese knockoff power supply and connected it to his unit. So like, I'm not.
Why did he need more power? Why did he do that?
Yeah, it looked really weird.
Know?
It looked really weird. I mean, either way, yeah,
combined
fire,
two
which
KS1s.
Sucks.
So he said, Greater Good Mining said he combined 2 KS1s and added a non-Ice River power supply. Well,
yeah,
in that case, then,
and my answer there is fuck that, I'm out. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't buy the machines for that. Like, I don't buy the machines to do all that crazy stuff. Like, I'm okay with like what was that design for like the airflow design things that you guys put to replace? Like, I'm okay with that.
Stuff.
But
yeah.
When you start getting into replacing power supplies and boosting that, you gotta
You're playing Frankenstein right here. You're playing Frankenstein.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm good with that. You got to be careful. Like I know Bits Be Trippin' had a major overhaul with the Alpha Miner for a lot of his Bitcoin ASICs. Yeah. But that guy's got a team of people working on stuff. Did you see his recent deployments and what he's doing?
Looks awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But you got to know what you're doing. You got to be careful. But please, guys, don't FOMO into these Ivy Link units. If you're gonna buy a Caspa ASIC, spend the little extra money if you're really gonna do it, and get a Bitmain model. They're easier to repair. There's a lot more techs that can work on them. And honestly, Bitmain right now is, as far as failure rates are concerned, Bitmain has the lowest. It's hovering right around 5 to 10%. Ice River is a whopping 30 to 40%.
That's crazy.
Okay, of Ice Rivers are failing or have some kind of recall issue. Okay.
Well,
and
it's interesting.
River,
it's interesting talking about like new hardware coming out. So like, Caspa was super hype, right? Price was through the roof.
Right.
Caspa price came down. The hype came down. There wasn't any new hardware releases. Ivy Link all of a sudden announces this hardware. No one expected it. Holy shit! Really? Price of Caspa goes up again. And then we have also on the horizon no one knows, a gold shell miner that they're going to have some type of pro version and stuff. So it's like, wow, like, are we going to get another boost from a gold shell sales? It's really interesting to see that like hardware releases are lining up with Caspa pricing, if you're noticing that, like, which is really interesting, which is odd.
The ASIC pump.
It really is, which
ASIC
is really odd, because it's like, man, oh man. I mean, it's, as I tell people, like, take your profits. No one's going to blame you when you take your profits. Take them when you can and move on. And that's exactly the case with Caspa. A lot of people are very bullish on Caspa. I think Caspa is going to be a great project. I really do. And I still think they got a lot of room to grow and tons of potential, especially if they get a successful layer 2, right? And that's the next step for their project. Like, okay, you can only go so far with being a transactional coin. Bitcoin is the exception to the rule because it's the first goddamn currency. So you don't stop. Everybody needs to stop comparing Bitcoin to everything else because it doesn't factor into this. Okay. Nothing's ever going to get close to taking the place of Bitcoin, and I think that's really like the big
at least not in the next decade or two. Okay. I mean, if we're going to speak conservatively, all right. So like, everybody just needs to,
well, didn't Ivy Link Ivy Link also has like a new, I feel like, Kadena miner too.
That I don't know.
Yeah, like there's a newer Kadena miner going on there too and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, where things are at right now.
The Ivy Link unit is actually going to maybe drive down the price of the Bitmain units because it's offering more terahash for less. But my concern with Ivy Link, and I spoke to people about this, is their quality control. Yeah, you don't know. I mean, listen, look. Yeah, we don't know. Nobody knows. The last anybody heard of quality control with Ivy Link was, I was talking to Panda about it, and he said he doesn't have experience with this model, but he's had previous Ivy Links that lasted just under a year. Wow. And they didn't last very long. And, from a lot of the techs that I've met and people that I, start to get involved with Terra. Sure. Gold Shell is not far behind. Their units are notoriously known for failing at this level. Right. So the smaller ones, maybe not so much, but these ones, they're not known to last very long. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, people, they buy these things. I had a guy buy a KSO Pro, right? Back when the hype was going.
I was gonna say recently. I'm like, are people still buying those units? Like, holy cow,
dude, you wouldn't even believe this. And I control the price to a certain extent, right? I add a small margin on top of everything, but the suppliers in China, they buy the bulk of all these things, right? And then they resell them to people like me in the United States. So they buy the bulk. They're like 60 to 70% of the sales of all these machines go through suppliers in China, so they get preference, right? Okay. So I had a guy pay $1,100, and I said to him in a message, I'm like, dude,
yo, listen, just hit me up. I'll sell you mine, brother. Just hit me up. 1,100. I got you.
I am being honest, like, on everything that I love. I told people, like, are you sure you want to spend this on this machine? I said, dude, you'll never see this back. Oh yeah, man, it's going to the moon. Caspa to $1.
Is it that funny? Is it that funny? Oh man.
I'm sitting there because I'm not a used car salesman. I don't do I'll just sell you the machine and forget about it, right? That's crazy. I have some sort of a moral compass I like to believe in. I don't want to just like sell them something without letting them know, hey man, like this way, you know what I'm saying? Like be careful. You know what I'm saying?
But it's hard because when you run into somebody who like believes in a project, they're hooked. They're hooked. I know. They're hooked on that project. I get it.
Make a node.
Yeah.
Do a Caspa node. Don't spend $1,100. Like if you believe in the dude, I have a Bitcoin node, okay, from one of those Apollos that I have. You make 0 on it, right? If anything, it costs me money to run. I solo mine my Bitcoin through it, and it supports the network.
Yeah,
that's what you should do if you don't want to. Don't spend $1,100 on a unit. And then you know what happened after that? Man. He asked me if somebody wanted to buy it.
Oh my word! What? Get out!
I swear. Poor guy. I felt terrible for him. I'm like,
no one's buying.
Man,
no one's. Yeah, that's tough.
And you couldn't get them from Ice River. Ice River was still selling them for $450, $500, I think, $450, $500.
Plus,
but they were all
shipping,
sold out because the reseller.
Tariffs,
But it was still cheaper than $1,100. But they were all sold out, and the only people who had stock were the reseller.
That's crazy.
So anyway, yeah.
Oh man, Caspa, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah. What do you find?
Just be careful.
What do you find right now outside of Caspa is like your highest demand right now? Like what coin do you see a lot of people pivoting to? Is it Bitcoin or what is it?
I mean, Caspa's pretty high, definitely number one. But I'm seeing a lot of. Actually, I'm getting a lot of inquiries recently for the KA3. I would say there's a lot of demand for the KA3.
And is that most likely, I would think, because of the pump that it had more recently?
I'm assuming so. The KA3 is getting popular. I haven't had any L7 orders, but a lot of S19K and S21 orders. So I would say it's a 3-way tie for second place between the S19K, S21, and the KA3. So
interesting. Yeah, I mean, Kadena now is over. It's $1.11. It's at its all-time. It's pretty much at its all-time high over the last year, which I can see why it's doing so well, which is crazy.
Yeah, I like Kadena. I like Kadena. I think Kadena is a good project. I know those guys from the Kadena Mining Club are doing awesome things over there. Which, by the way, I gotta check that thing. I haven't checked it.
What's
the
that?
NFT? The NFT.
Oh
thing.
yeah. The NFTs they have.
I haven't checked it yet. I have to go check it.
Yeah, I've been talking with them about their beast mode release. They have a beast mode release. It's 240 terahash. It's a firmware. It's a firmware upgrade for the KA3. It requires immersion, and I've been talking to them about it. It's a custom firmware from them, and which is insane, which is awesome. But yeah, I got my KA3 running right now from Mine Shop, and I'm on it. I mean, hey, if you go back about a year or more ago, I was like touting Kadena is the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And I really hope that it comes. Then it wasn't. Now it's a bold statement, 100%. I would love to see it come back. Love to see it.
I think Kadena will make a good run. I think Aletheum is going to rival it.
I think as long as Aletheum doesn't get overmined, like.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's the thing, there's rumors on the horizon that there's an Aletheum ASIC coming out. Usually, because now the there's a bit stream on it, and the FPGAs are hitting the network, right?
Yeah.
I got my bag early. I'm good. I'm just waiting for the price action at this point.
Nice.
Right? So I wish I would have mined it more, but hindsight's 2010. So.
100%. I get you.
But there are projects. A lot of people think Kadena is just as a dead project. I don't think so. I think Kadena is going to do well. I don't know. I mean, there's just so many of these projects, man, like Solana, Kadena, Aletheum, that have so much potential. But honestly,
I will say
Solana right now
has so many sub projects on it. Like Solana
They
has
have a lot.
so many freaking sub projects on their chain. It's absolutely insane, which I love it. Like I swapped out my Helium 5G mobile token, my Hive Mapper token. I sold 50% of both of them back December 15th. They're all-time highs. Into Solana and left it, and it has been.
Me too.
I went from I owned 0 Solana. Now Solana is my second portfolio place under Bitcoin. Yeah, absolutely insane.
Dude, Solana was $16.
It's crazy.
That was like, and it's $100. Like, I knew a guy who was my neighbor at my old warehouse, and he said he lost like 80% of his net worth was in Solana, like the majority of it. He put everything because when FTX happened, that's what really collapsed Solana.
Okay,
And I'm hoping to God he held it because it's dude, I felt so bad, but there's so many projects, man. I mean, I'm hoping that the Aletheum ASIC does come out, but what I am nervous about is Aletheum did say that they will cap their hash rate. if it gets too high, which
Yeah, it's such a
I have
weird
mixed
mechanic.
feelings.
A weird mechanic to
Yeah.
be like, we're gonna cap our hash rate. It's like, wait,
Right.
how are you? You're a proof of work coin. How are you capping hash rate?
Well, for the record, if the minute that you say I'm gonna cap the hash rate, you're no longer a decentralized project.
No, that's what I'm
it.
saying. Like that doesn't
And I love
align with proof
Lithium.
of work.
Right. I am an Elythium fanboy. Okay. I love the project. Everybody's heard me talk about it. I've said it in my videos, but you are not a decentralized project.
Yeah,
If
you
can
can't
capture- if
you
can
can't
capture
cap hash rate. Like I understand it. Your project is going to get overmined at some point based off of popularity and profitability. That's a normal progression that you would see in a life cycle
Right.
of a coin that's proof of work. But you're right.
Yeah.
The second you go ahead and you're manipulating, that's what that is.
Well,
that's manipulation. Then
hey,
it's like,
let's-
all right, you know what I mean? Yep.
Yeah, like Greater Good Mining said it perfectly. You can't control the project if you want to be decentralized. Correct.
Yep.
And this is the problem I have with a few of these other coins. Like, for example, like, okay, a Flux moved up their halving. Okay, so it didn't go with Bitcoins apparently, right? Well, hold on a second. The code is supposed to be law.
It's supposed to be locked
Right?
because it's coded. Yeah.
Law and locked. Okay. Flux is definitely not 100% decentralized. Neither
Sure.
is Dynex because
Yep.
they need a centralized point to do what they're claiming they're doing. Right.
With their proof,
A lot
with
of
their
the
proof
projects-
useful work side. Yeah.
Correct. Well, it doesn't make them a bad project. I'm just
Yeah.
spitting facts here. Okay.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize that the majority of the projects, probably over 50% of all proof of work projects, are centralized projects.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we knew this. Ethereum is completely
Oh,
centralized.
Yeah. Yep.
Completely
Hands off.
centralized.
Hands off.
Completely. Right.
Yep.
And that was their goal. Right. They didn't like the fact that they couldn't control their network.
Mm-hmm.
That's, and it was in their roadmap and blah, 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 blah. But people would be so surprised. The only true decentralized project right now that we can confirm we know is completely decentralized is Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
There's really
yeah.
no other.
Yeah, and
There's
I think
really no other.
I think a lot of that comes to with Bitcoin though is because there's no governing body that's manipulating it, altering it, changing it, updating it.
Correct.
That's why. 100%.
I mean, they can vote on it and they can do it.
Sure.
I mean, I think that they can vote on it and do it, but there hasn't been a change to Bitcoin in a long time.
Yep.
And,
correct.
even if you, I read this article not too long ago, but they said even if you combined all the compute in the world together and try to control the network, it'll never happen. And that's the beautiful thing, right? Code is law. And that was Nakamoto's point. And a lot of these projects, they just found ways to make more money.
Yep.
That's just
No,
what they did.
I
They just
get
found
you.
ways to make money. And
I
I'm
get
not
you.
saying they're bad projects. They could be doing great things for the world. Like, Charles Hodgkinson. I'm a big fan of what he's doing with Cardano. I'm a fan. I watch his videos often, right?
That's right.
But
I forgot he
it's
was
a
with
centralized project.
Cardano now. Yeah. That's
He's
right.
a centralized project. And this comes into a what's the word I want to use? Like, do we stay OG with crypto
Sure.
and try to make everything decentralized, or do we have to have centralized? Do centralized projects have to exist? Is my question, right? In order for crypto to gain the technological advantage and to continue to progress forward, do we have to have centralized projects to do that? Or can every crypto essentially be proof of work, truly decentralized, and still progress with technological
Yeah, I
advantage?
think you're gonna have some.
I'm getting
of
a
this branch
little.
off. No, but you're
I'm
right.
sorry,
But
I'm
I
getting a
think
little philosophical here.
no,
but
it's okay. But I think you're gonna eventually have the terminology branch off. Like I think
Right.
that's the hard part. Is like everything is either proof of work or proof of stake now, right? But I think
Right.
eventually you're gonna have proof of work branch off, because I think that's really what it's gonna come down to. Is like, we identify with proof of work going back to Bitcoin. We identify,
Right.
that's where we go back to, and it's like so many of these projects have good intention but require handholding, and that's where that
Right.
centralization comes into play. So I think they constantly tout proof of work, but it's like a gray area because it's like, you know what I mean?
Proof of work up until Caspa came out was not as good as proof of stake. There's a lot of reasons. Caspa, what I love about Caspa is that they're staying proof of work, and they're going to show you that a proof of work network can outdo a proof of stake network.
Yep.
That's, I think, their all around goal, right?
Yep.
And I want to see that happen. I want to see it happen. But, a lot of people remove the human element out of all this stuff. And what do humans want when they get power? They want more power. They want more control. It's like a drug. And there's humans running these projects. So a lot of people, they look at crypto sometimes and a lot of these projects through a very narrow lens, right? And they don't broaden the scope too much, and they get shocked when a rug pull happens, or a project decides to turn off and no longer operate, or they didn't have funding. These are people running these things, and some of them don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I
So
think
be
it's
very
interesting
careful
talking
dumping
about
your life
proof of work and like proof of useful work, for example. A great example, like proof of work, like Flux. You could say Flux by itself is proof of work, but Flux's new project with proof of useful work is kind of pivoting off that, and that's why it really pivots off the Flux chain. So like it's almost like a lot of these projects that are proof of work, in order to get to proof of useful work, have to pivot from decentralized to centralized, and then back again. So when you're mining, you're mining Flux, and then you pivot off of it to proof of useful work, you're going from decentralized to centralized, and then back again.
Right.
Yeah, it really is. And I think being transparent about that, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's completely okay. But I think you have to be transparent about it instead of trying to fly under that proof of work banner. I think that's really what's going to be a challenge moving forward, and may end up creating new terminology moving forward.
Right. I think, look at Bitcoin, man, and I'm a big Bitcoin fan, and Bitcoin's virtually unchanged since the first block. It's unchanged. There's nothing new. And I'll be honest with you, like I can't transact in Bitcoin anymore. I had a customer buy ASICs in Bitcoin. I took I took a huge hit because the fee is $700 to do the fees for whatever we had at the moment, and I'm like, this I can't transact in this anymore.
Did you see that?
It's more of a store value.
MicroStrategy announced that they're putting together a team to develop on Bitcoin. So now, like, you got to think of it. You have ordinals existing already, which is causing higher transaction fees. Great, but not great, because it's creating higher profits for miners. But when you have to transact on the Bitcoin blockchain, that's when it's punishing you. So now you're going to go ahead and have development start to begin on Bitcoin, which isn't normal. Because there's always been Ethereum. There's always been Ethereum. And now it's like, holy cow, like, is that going to cost even more? And eventually, I feel like that's really going to hurt Bitcoin to the point where it's really going to make it less desirable to mine because it's more costly to transact.
It's going to be an oxymoron.
Yep,
because
100%.
The ordinals from the mining perspective are beautiful. Okay? I mean, I was talking to Mr. Iowa Crypto Mining not too long ago, and he's got Bitcoin ASICs, and he was telling me that, oh man, these ordinals, like, the fees are crazy. I'm making tons of money, but then but on the flip side to that, outside of crypto mining, it dissuades people from going on the network because fees are too high.
Correct.
So
100%. Look at Ethereum before it went to proof of stake. Look at Ethereum before it went to proof of stake. The fees, the gas fees. Remember those days when you were watching gas fees to determine when you would actually move Ethereum?
You were waiting to click. You kept hitting refresh on the transaction to try to find it when it dipped low enough to
gas fees are down. Go.
Right. Yeah. And I think Caspa fixed. I look at Patrick Guyan. I haven't seen much of him. He's been busy. But what he said always really sticks in my head. He goes, "There can be 100 new projects. What problem are you solving?"
Sure.
Right. Well, now we have a Bitcoin problem because we can't transact profitable enough, even from the mining perspective. Like the Bitcoin, what's going to suck is unless they find a way to avoid the fees by maybe transacting directly from the miners to, I don't know, like somewhere where they can easily sell it and not not take a hit. A lot of these Bitcoin mining operations, they're going to get smashed with fees. Like we saw this new build in Texas from Riot, right?
Oh, that giant one, or that crazy
$330 million. Okay, $330 million Bitcoin mining facility. Okay, if the network gets effed the way that everyone's thinking it's going to do, if there's development, they'll mine a bunch of Bitcoin, but how are they going to sell it, and where are they going to sell it? That's not going to kill them on fees, like, because they're going to have to sell it to pay. They have to pay, right? They have to. pay the bill.
You gotta wonder too with these facilities that are that big.
Could backfire on miners.
Their financial advisors definitely have to push the fact of diversifying. So like it can't be all Bitcoin, because let's be honest with you, like why would you go? It's like stock market. Any of these most of these financial advisors that are part of these groups are from traditional investing, and there's no way they're gonna go ahead and be like put everything on Bitcoin. They have have to be coming in and being like, let's put 30% on Dogecoin and else, you know what I mean? Like that has to exist. So even though they say that they're going to be that large, I really question, are you really going all Bitcoin? Like, is that really a play you're going with?
Yeah, I think it's I don't think like companies, I think companies like Riot and like the big boys, they've made it already. They made it through the bear market. They're building a $330 million facility in the bear market. Right. So I think I'm a betting man. I'm going to wage a bet that they probably know what they're doing. Yep. Okay. And Jesus, like what a humbling thing to read too. Like, cause I'm here at Terra. I'm like, all right, cool. We're on our way to secure, we got 5 megawatts here. We're looking at another here and all this other stuff. And I'm like, Jesus, they're talking about a gigawatt.
Yep. You're on a whole different level. Whole different level.
That's not even like, could you imagine just the wind that has to pass through this building? Like, I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I just think.
Well, it also reassures you though, that like, if they're investing that now in February of 2024, like, how does that make you feel? Something. Exactly. Right. And it's like, you're not going to invest that type of money without like doing your quadruple checks. You know what I mean?
Listen, I want to believe, I want to believe that when a company makes a move like that, okay, that they know something that we don't.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's what we want to believe. But the truth is that sometimes the people that are steering the boat are blindfolded.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
And there are companies, maybe not to this size, but there are companies that have failed because people are just morons. Okay, not all.
Yeah,
people,
I mean, I like to look at Hut 8. So those of you guys that follow a lot of these larger farms, it's always good.
I love the name Hut 8.
Yeah, it's always.
You know where it comes from, right?
I know. Sorry, you have told me. You have told me.
Have I told you? It's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool. I'm sorry. It's a pretty cool story. But go ahead.
So I like to follow a lot of these farms when you look at some of their financial records, because Hut 8 will very much tout the fact that like their financial situation is not leveraged off of the price of Bitcoin. Whereas a great example of failure is Core Scientific, where Core Scientific leveraged their debt off of the price of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin plummeted, guess what happened? They got screwed. But unfortunately, and then you have Bitmain that comes along and tries to bail them out, which is terrible. It's like, oh, you went bankrupt. We're going to go ahead and try to bail you out just to keep you mining. But the example there is just the fact of like a lot of these successful enterprise level, Hut 8, Riot, Core Scientific, I would consider those enterprise level mining farms.
Yeah, 100%. Oh.
Hut 8 does not base their debt digging into the price of Bitcoin, which is made. And Hut 8 has also made moves to buy into purchasing properties and old power companies so that they are actually the generator. So think of it, they control their expense being that's your highest expense as a mining farm is your electric cost. So Hut 8 is a great example to follow. And if Hut 8 is expanding during the bear market, it's like, okay, guys, something we don't, just like you said.
All right. So somebody asked me about the story.
I see it. Trash man. Yep.
So I'll give a short end of it. So there was somebody back in World War II when they were decrypting the Enigma machine. His name was Alan Turing. Okay. Yep. And he's arguably the father of cryptography. Okay. Or, yeah. And he created a computer, which I think he called Christopher, that was able to decode the Enigma machine, which helped the Allies win the war.
Yep.
In this field at Bletchley Park in the UK, okay, there was different huts that were trying to decrypt it. His hut, where he discovered how to decrypt it, was hut number 8.
That's where it comes from.
That's where it comes from. And I'm a history guy, and I love that story.
I'm like, no one else knows that except for Hawk. Hawk's got it down.
100%. 100%. 100%. Like, if I ever meet the guys from Hut 8, I'm just going to give them a hug to whoever came up with the name.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That's
one historian nerd was like Hut 8, and here's why. Like, come on now.
Let me tell you something. I was watching it's called The Imitation Game, the movie.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. I'm watching it and I'm like, holy shit, his hut says 8 on it. And I immediately put 2 and 2 together.
That's so funny. That's so funny. That's pretty cool.
So in World War II, when he decrypted the Enigma, it came from Hut 8. And then when they created their mining company that is in crypto.
Somebody like that,
yeah.
yep.
Actually,
That's
so
cool.
the first crypto algorithm was arguably created before World War II, right around World War I, but it wasn't used in a major fashion since World War II. And I'll be honest, like if he hadn't done that, the Allies could have extended, the war could have went on for a year or 2 years longer. But because we were able to decrypt the machines, we were able to find out what they were saying, and that was a big part of the success that we had as the Allies.
I feel like I need the rainbow to come up on my screen and go, the more you know.
The more you know. Well, hey, look, even if we
Reading
swing this
rainbow,
back
the
to,
more you know.
even if we swing this back to crypto, if you know the history of Bitcoin and you've watched the markets, then you can make a calculated decision on what to do.
Oh yeah,
right.
100%.
So, you know, the problem is with Caspa is that there is no history on it. There's only a year, just over a year. So it's like,
yeah, but if
what's
you
the move
notice,
here
as
with these
Bitcoin
ASICs?
increases, everything goes up. I mean, my phone blows up today with CoinGecko alerts telling me that all these portfolio positions have increased when Bitcoin increases. It's like, okay, so everybody goes up when Bitcoin goes up. So I mean, I think that's, you know, that's a great example of that, where it's like everything is pivoting off of that, which I get it, you know, 100%. I mean, I think that's why most people will put a lot of their investments into Bitcoin, and altcoins are more of your big plays, which is great. Like, Bitcoin is your conservative play.
It is, and you know, you spoke of silver to Bitcoin, and you know, you wanted it to be. You said you wanted it to be Cadena.
Yeah, and that was like a year, like that was like in our last bull run. Yeah, 100%.
It very well could be, but right now I think the silver to Bitcoin, and I honestly I think it's. As far, are we talking proof of work, or are we just talking projects in general? If we're talking proof of work, it's a Litecoin, and I don't want to hear any argument other than. If we're not, and we're talking about market, then it's Ethereum, right? Sure. So, and
I don't know. Solana's making quite the play for it, though, especially on that side of the world. Yeah.
But we're talking about purely transactional coins, right? So. Solana is a centralized project. If we're going to do proof of work, true decentralized projects, then Litecoin is the silver. 150%. There is no argument.
I would say Caspa may be making a play for that.
Yes, I agree. I agree that Caspa is coming. It's the new kid on the block, and it's making waves, right? And I get it. And Litecoin is the, you know, the old guy down the street that's got experience, but he knows the
that old guy. That old guy is, I think, slowly retiring. Let's be honest here. Like,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you about like new guy and old guy. My grandfather, up until his recent ailment, okay, my grandfather at 75 years old, he was a what do you call it? They weren't called SEAL, the frogmen. He was frogmen. Yeah. And they weren't called SEALs yet. And he was I was scared of him. Okay, I'm 30 years old, scared of my grandpa. Because he said one day I walked up to him and I was working out, I was in shape. I was like, come on, Nono, what do you got, man? Like, you want to arm wrestle? He goes, oh, you think you're tough, huh? Just come here, let me tell you something. Hit me in the throat. All right, and I fell to the ground. He says, you don't know shit. It's a true story.
That's funny. That's funny.
And let me tell you something. Litecoin is like that. I have that analogy a little bit, like, you know, Caspa's me coming up saying, oh, I'm in shape.
But like Litecoin,
and then all of a sudden it's gonna get a throat punch. It's gonna get checked down to reality.
I think Litecoin is only a glimmer in the distance because of script mining and Dogecoin associated with it. I think Litecoin is just like, if you disassociate it entirely, I feel like Litecoin just slowly fades in the distance. And I know this is not what Max Voltage wants to hear, but I do think as time goes on, I don't see anything coming out of Litecoin. Like, no one's.
Well, I mean, it's just a purely transactional coin, but it's
correct.
It transacts more than Bitcoin at the moment, and it's taken around the world. Like,
and it's transacting more because of the fees right now, because the fees are like nothing. And Ethereum,
which is great.
Ethereum Classic may be a great example. Ethereum Classic, I've put in the same category as Litecoin. It's kind of that old guard that is really used. I put Ethereum Classic and Litecoin in the category of a highway. I use them as a highway to get from point A to point B between transactions. And but granted, I will admit, in the last month, I've moved a lot of my Ethereum Classic miners back to being paid out in Ethereum Classic because Ethereum Classic has been profitable. Ethereum Classic
Right.
is pretty profitable right now. So like my Jazz miners, my E9s, my iPolo V1H, those are all getting paid out in Ethereum Classic for the first time ever. I have not hodled Ethereum Classic up till literally the last month. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I think I think Ethereum Classic is good, but I think what hurt them a lot was the whole, then Ethereum forked over, and then Charles left the project, and there was drama, and he talks about this in a lot of his videos.
It just hasn't done anything.
Really
it's been like a dead project for years.
Right, and then we hear Bitmain gave him a check for $10 million or something crazy that to the project to develop stuff. And then what happened with that? Nothing happened. So at least to our knowledge, nothing happened. So I like Ethereum. Ethereum Classic. I feel like the forked version of Ethereum, the booger eating guys Ethereum. I feel like it's like Voldemort in Harry Potter. Like we just don't say the name anymore in the crypto mining community.
That's right.
But listen, Litecoin is on every major exchange.
Sure.
Okay, it's still proof of work. It's the cheapest to transact. Kaspa has a lot to catch up to. Okay, if that's what they want to do. But Kaspa's goal is not to be purely transactional. It's not. That's not the goal.
But it is as of now. Like it is as of now,
Oh, well, that's all they have now, which is why I'm waiting to see what they do before I wave the flag that Hawk is bullish on Kaspa.
You're waiting for that. You're waiting for that layer 2. I get it.
Yeah, because that's what's going to take the project to the next level. Look, Kaspa can, even if they stay where they are now, Kaspa can definitely appreciate a lot more and be crazy profitable for miners, and I'm cool with that. But I may be speaking like philosophical here, but what problem are you going to solve? Okay, the fastest blockchain. Congratulations, cool. But that's
everybody's doing that,
right. But after a certain amount of time, that's not going to matter to people anymore because
I think
project.
I think when you compare it to Bitcoin, like Bitcoin is so slow now. But it's funny because like Bitcoin is that old guard. Bitcoin is so slow versus Kaspa, which I get it. But now it's like no one is seeking high transactions anymore. Like just like you said, you're a dime a dozen. Everybody's got fast transactions.
Correct. So what's the next step? Kaspa's only got hype right now because it's the most profitable thing to mine and blah 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 blah. Right? There's so many projects that are going to be doing the same exact thing. All right, I want to see some development. Okay, I want to see, and I'm not saying they're not doing that, but I'm just talking in general terms. I want to see development. I want to see what problem are you solving. I want to see real world use case. Okay, that's what I want to see. And there's projects on Lithium right now that are doing that. Right? When Kaspa puts its layer 2 out, it's either going to help or it's going to hurt and the project. And that's when I want to see, that's when we're going to see true price discovery with Kaspa. That's when the real price discovery is going to move for Kaspa. Not the 10-20% pumps that it gets every now and then because Bitcoin goes up. I'm talking like the real price discovery. I'm talking that 200-300% maybe even higher. Right? That's when it's going to happen, when somebody goes in and says, hey, we're doing this. Well, guess what? Solana is actually pretty quick. Okay, and Solana's got Visa, so you better get moving because the boat is setting sail. There's only so many companies that are gonna. I'm serious. There's only so many companies that are gonna use you. Like, hey man, like don't miss the boat. And this is my fear with Flux too. There's a lot of people already developing stuff that they're doing. Hey man, like let's go.
First to market does have a value, definitely. I mean, I think like
it does, but it doesn't always mean success. And Max gives me a perfect analogy for this, where there was a company like Uber that came out like 5 years prior or something like that. I know. And they failed. So it doesn't always mean, but in crypto, it's different.
It moves fast.
It moves like lightning in crypto. So I'm very nervous to see what's gonna. I wish all the projects the best, guys. I'm just giving everyone my opinions. It's not financial advice. I'm just trying to be honest with and bring everybody back down to earth a little bit. Like, so.
I get it, guys. We're gonna end there because my stream has gone 3 hours now. That was an impromptu stream tonight. And it's 2:45 in the morning, so we're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. Hawk's gonna stay up and do Hawk things. But guys, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. Hawk, I appreciate you coming to hang out with me tonight. Shoot the shit.
Thank you for bringing me on.
100%. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next time, whenever that'll be. Take care, everybody. Peace.